Oh, there we go. It was my headset that wasn't working.
Oh, you took more space.
All right, everybody. It is the Drinking with Drew show. We are officially live. Everybody's bitching in the background about something. I'm not sure what it is. You are muted. Tonight we have JayFed is back. His long absence while he was frolicking in New York, probably half naked, wearing tie-dye underwear. And now he is back in studio. We have Will James of Must Not Kill, a.k.a. Must Not Will, and Phonomatrix. We'll talk to him tonight. We do have Pajama Joe in studio until he leaves us again next week. And yes, Lusty Laura is here somewhere. She is currently not in studio. So we had a pre-show emergency I think she's still dealing with. So what she calls an emergency, we'll talk about that. I don't think it's an emergency. Jay doesn't think it's an emergency. But yeah, we'll handle that shortly. So it is the Drinking with Drew show. My name's Drew, and I'm drinking. And now, from the CapsFlorida.com studios in Riverview, Florida, it's the Drinking with Drew show.
Plumber's butt crack looks like boobs.
All right. We are here. I'm going to officially take everybody off mute.
Mistake.
I know.
Yeah, JayFed's a
Hey,
skull fucker.
look at Simon up on the couch. He's like, I'm part of the show now.
Yep.
Look at my balls.
He does not have a camera tonight. So tonight on the InLawWeTrust.com camera, we have JayFed. Now we have two JayFeds actually. So we have this JayFed.
Hey, there he is.
Then we have this JayFed. A little closer.
Whoa.
A little closer, JayFed. There you go. Now,
Whoa.
do you want to be bright, JayFed? That's the
Well, one way or another.
Okay.
The duality of man, half
Yep.
shadow, half light.
All right. So we
Duality
have
of men, sir.
Now, I am working the cameras because, again, Laura is not in studio. Lusty Laura is managing some type
Very
of...
talented right hand.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Oh, boy. And we have our first spill of the night.
Oh,
I'll get the paper towels.
Yeah, Joe, handle that emergency. They should be on the table.
See, the irony is I was trying to stop Simon from licking the headset next to me and knocked over my own beer.
All right.
Oh, Simon cleaned up most of it up. Right, now we've got a drunk dog on set. I'm so sorry.
Quite possibly.
All right.
Okay.
1 minute into the show.
First emergency.
See what happens without Laura? We all lose our minds, dude. Thank you, Joe.
Don't worry, Will. They'll invite you back. Joe and I will be away.
Simon, get out of here, bro. You got to take over.
It'll probably be him and Will for additional emergencies, and Simon. Oh, man.
You already
Okay.
got a shit ton out of the cup holder.
So while they're dealing with that, hi, Jay. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well, buddy.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm going to try to handle this on my own. We'll see how much I actually need Laura in studio in the next 30
This
minutes.
is bullshit because I can already tell that you're going to fail at this. And so
it's
going to be,
fine.
we need Laura. Look, we need
it's
Laura.
fine. I'll handle it. It's just getting used to what numbers the cameras are because they are a little screwy right now, which is fine. Now, I do want to say this. For our Spotify and audio listeners, iHeartMedia, all those Apple, iTunes, iPods, whatever, podcast people, I feel like I don't give you enough attention, and I apologize. I was really late on posting up a lot of shows over the last month, and so I crammed in like 5 shows all at once. So
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it.
it happens. I got a little behind on work, but if you ever want to, come on to the YouTube live show. Check us out live. You can comment live. You can call in, all that good stuff. we are still dealing with the beer spillage.
Like if Laura
in the
was
house.
here, she would have had the right camera views.
Right.
I mean, you
Well,
missed all the good shit.
The problem is, I mean,
But-
I have what's going on over there, but I'm trying to.
Here's
Yeah,
how
I mean,
good. Here's how
okay,
good
go
of a
ahead.
guest I am. While I was helping Joe, MVP of the cleaning situation.
He gave you a head.
I was, yes, that too. But I was also listening. I am actually an avid Spotify listener of this show.
You are.
I don't typically do the YouTube thing. I listen on Spotify. So I appreciated because it had been a little while since I'd seen the updates there.
Right.
And so I think the most recent one I listened to, I was on. So I egotistically listened and I was like, oh yeah, it sounds pretty good for.
Yeah, I was cramming them in there, but it takes some time sometimes. Are you done, Joe?
Shout out Joe, man. Without Joe, we would not be here. This motherfucker's the MVP right now.
I apologize. I've never watched the show, and I don't know what Spotify is. So,
Is that right? Oh, wow.
yeah, I have none of
It's
it.
basically the reason why musicians are poor and bitching about money. But, you know.
Isn't it about the spirit of the music? Or
It
Joe,
should,
Joe,
I
you're not
mean, it
allowed to
should
talk
be.
if you're not on camera and
Uh-oh.
you're not in front of your microphone.
Wow.
Yeah, that's actually accurate. Oh, shit. We heard that, though. We heard that, though. Loud and clear.
Fucking show goes to shit without Laura.
Man. Okay.
This is what happens without the feminine touch. A bunch of
Apparently.
dudes farting in the mics.
Yeah. All right.
I'm here for it.
feminine mystique.
Yeah. So welcome, Joe. How are you doing?
I can get you on the naughty list.
Yeah, I see that. I thought, well, who's on the naughty list in your house? Because
I don't know.
okay.
I don't know.
You want to talk about it
Why is there someone on the naughty list in my house?
at your house?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're
That's
the.
what I know
I
of.
mean, okay. You have a wife. I figure maybe she was on your naughty list.
No, I wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then she gets Cole, and you don't want Cole.
Yeah,
Come
but
on
it's fun getting on the naughty list.
I see.
You gotta enjoy the ride.
Okay, Will. Remember your number.
Hey.
You are 3,
Oh boy.
and you
Dwayne
Joe,
Wade on
are
3.
5. Jay, you are 6.
I bet
So
Laura
what are we
would know
supposed to
this.
do? Yell out, "Hey, put it on camera 6.
Camera 3. Camera 3. Camera 3.
You
Six,
don't-
six,
you
camera
can't do
one,
that. You
camera
can't do
six.
that.
Camera 3, baby. What's up? All right.
Sign of the devil.
I'll get it eventually. As soon as I get it
Can we
down
go
pat,
Wayne's
she'll be
World?
walking in.
Camera
Wayne's
1, camera
World.
2, camera 1, camera 2,
Right.
camera 1, camera 2.
You needed him on camera for that.
Yeah, he didn't
Well,
do
do
that.
you want me to try it again?
You're really
It's too
failing.
late. I
wish
already missed
Laura
the
was
joke.
here. Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead.
missed
Do
the
it
joke.
again, Joe. Do it again.
Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2.
There we go.
I mean, I could see what he was doing. I
Right.
guess our fans could not.
Yeah.
Is that the point you're trying to make?
But now we're simulating what it feels like if you're on YouTube right now. This is what it's like to be a Spotify listener. You're just hearing the sounds of our voice, the dulcet
It's true.
tones of our voice, without actually knowing what's going on.
The smooth sounds of Will James.
Oh no, I don't do
Oh,
smooth.
yeah.
Only rough.
Smooth oldies. Eventually, whatever you play
You know-
becomes smooth oldies.
And you know what's funny? I was just listening to Van Halen's 1984, which it's 2024. It's 40 years ago. So I'm listening to something that's 40 years old. When 1984 came out, you know what was 40 years old for that time? 1944. World War II would have been the equivalent for that time. So like all the shit that we somehow think is modern, it's only being kept alive because we have such quality recordings that are being played constantly. So it feels modern, but it's actually pretty old, man.
As a history teacher, what kind of music was played during World War II?
That would have been like post big band, but like right around pre Frank Sinatra, right? So it would have been like big band was still a thing, but you were seeing the
I mean, it
rise
was
of
pre-doo-wop.
yeah, doo wop was the 50s.
Yeah.
So it would have been like big band stuff, but even during the war, it would have been just during the war. Funny enough, why were pinup models so popular? Because they needed to boost
fighter
more,
pilots.
They needed to boost morale. And if you're sending dudes, think about it.
They
Planes.
sent them Playboy.
We generally think that planes are safe today. Planes were very experimental back during World War I and II. So we would put these pinup models in the fucking cockpit. Why do they call it a cockpit, right? So
I don't know, Will. Tell me.
I don't actually know. I'm just talking shit. If you think I know anything, that's your fault.
Okay. All right. Joe, do you want to help me raise Jay's camera 4 just a smidge?
Oh, I thought you were
So you don't want to cut off half my head?
But we're still
I
on.
can
Oh,
sit
here we go.
lower.
Which
We
one-
can
which
slouch
one
a
is
bit.
it?
I can just slouch.
Which one is it?
Here.
Actually, both of us. But
Slouchy.
the one with the white lens.
The one with the
This
white
one?
lens.
Yeah, if you take
lot
that
of
handle
cameras in here.
at the top, if you take that handle, and
I feel
just
like we're
push
making
it-
Joe do a lot.
Well, Joe is the
all right.
the studio technician. So
They don't ask me to do stuff like this. They know I'll fuck it up.
yeah, so just take Jay's camera and just the one with the white lens and take that and just nudge it back a smidge. No, no.
See, this is one. Yeah, this is
Hold on,
you got to get
hold on.
leverage.
It's very
on it.
technical. Yep. Just push it back a smidge. You don't have to. You shouldn't have to loosen it.
Oh,
There you go.
you
Oh, not
did.
too much. Not too much.
I actually thought it was pretty good work. That's
Okay.
good.
All
That's
right,
good.
You're good. You're good. You're fine. Right there.
You know what's funny though? It's focusing more. Now it's focusing on his face.
There you go. Well, that's a very finite lens. It's got a 2.8 aperture on it. So
It's awesome. It's a great
Very
camera.
finite focus.
I'm glad to get the best camera on me.
Well, that's the inlawwetrust.com camera right there, Jay.
InLawWeTrust.com.
Some
So-
views need as much help as they can get.
If
Wow.
if you're in Florida and you need a divorce or talk to an attorney about your possible divorce in the future, give John DiGirolamo a call at his phone number, which is posted on inlawwetrust.com.
InLawWeTrust.com.
He sponsors the camera. That's pretty
Yes,
awesome.
he's bought that camera, so he sponsors that camera, and
Does he listen to the show?
probably. Who knows?
You know,
He's probably a Spotifyer.
so many giant shows have started with one sponsor, and then you build. It's the first snowflake in a rolling snowball. So InLawWeTrust.com.
So if I bring the beer for this week, does that mean I sponsor the show? How come I don't get a shout out?
you would need to write up a contract.
Joe's got wood.com.
Well, you need to secure that website first, Joe.
And then you need to write up a contract and then
Thanks
possibly
for
work
sending
with an
traffic.
agent. I mean, Drew can talk to you about that. He's got the expertise.
Yeah, give me a call, Joe.
He knows how to get guys on lockdown.
Okay. Jay,
Yeah.
thanks for the Stromboli tonight. Appreciate that. It was a big Stromboli. You brought over a ham and cheese and then a meat lover. So thank you. And to East Coast Pizza, thank you for sponsoring the show in that regards. Even though
Delicious.
Jay talks shit about you all the time.
Wow.
Thank you to East Coast Pizza for
Just
all the sponsorships.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Official food supplier of the Pajama Joe Christmas party.
hey, I'm sorry I missed that party, by the way. I heard it was a good time. What'd you say, 30 people?
About 30 people, yeah.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah, it was a good time. We hung out.
Enough food for 80. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of food, man. Seriously, we had
There was a giant bottle of 43 that got empty by
my
the end of the
God.
night.
43. I'm
Yeah.
not familiar with that.
you've never had 43?
No, is that the proof or like
I,
what is
I
it?
was
It's a
introduced
liqueur.
to it.
It's 43 different liquors mixed into one bottle.
Well, 43 flavors. I don't know if they're all liquors,
All right.
but it is.
43 different liquors.
It is-
That's like
it
a
is- it is a nice-
Long Island iced tea.
And you put it in the freezer, and it's a little syrupy. It tastes a little bit of vanilla like, but there's a lot of different flavors going on.
Cool.
And then
And,
they put a little heavy whipping cream on top.
so it's
looks like a
44
little-
then.
Looks like a little blowjob shot.
Yep.
And,
It's called a
okay.
baby. It's called a baby
Tastes
beer.
like
And here
ice
we
cream.
have the
Oh,
one,
man.
Oh, yeah.
the only Laura.
Whoa.
Slow clap, please. Y'all did not clap. I saw it. Come on now. Everyone clap. Let's go.
I'm working
Here we
on it.
go.
Sorry.
I'm trying to get.
Now we can start the show over.
Yeah, seriously.
Simon,
This was
for
the
real.
preamble.
We the people of the show.
Sponsored by InLawWeTrust.com.
So yeah, so the shots look like a little beer. Like the heavy
Oh,
whipping
okay.
cream was like a little head on a beer. It was
Yeah.
That's cool.
And there was a big giant ass bottle like that big, empty by the end of the night.
Was it communally, like everyone took a sip from the same bottle?
No, we were doing shots.
Laura
Okay.
poured like 12 shots at once, and then
Whoa.
then we had another round of like 12 more shots,
Cool.
and then I had 6 more shots later on in the night.
After everyone left, you're like, you
No,
know what?
there was
So good.
there was still another group of people that hung out till like 1-2 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, there
Yeah.
you go. So how many people fell asleep like in the middle of two houses on the grass?
I
The
fell
offer
asleep.
was out there.
Yeah.
The offer was out there,
You can't sleep in here, but I've got this nice patch of grass.
Yeah,
I slept on the driveway once.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
we
It
know,
happens.
Joe.
It happens.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I went to bed at 11 o'clock. I left, and I was just so fucking done, man. Like, it was a long day.
Yep.
Very long day. Had a good time, though.
me too.
All right, so we have 3 Buderbangs tonight. We have a new beer. Joe,
Yep.
what beer are we drinking?
I don't
Did
know.
you see it? The Oktoberfest?
Is that did you decide
you?
on?
Yeah, it is
Is
an
it in here?
Oktoberfest. Yeah, it's in there.
I saw the picture you posted on Facebook.
Couldn't really see the.
It was the same guys that make the Unholy Triple, right?
Looks like it.
But it's the other one that they make.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
pretty cool.
nor confirm or deny.
Okay. Well, I'm
it
here
looks
for
like the same artist.
It's the same artist. They have a very distinct art style. It's funny. I actually, on the way to picking up my own beer, because that's what you do when you're a guest, I saw that there, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, we got the volume now. Thank you. There's Laura. Thank
Hi,
you, Laura.
Laura.
Laura,
Yeah.
thank
Hi.
God you're here. Thank
Yeah,
you.
there she is. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Wow.
Do we want to talk about the emergency?
Yes,
or?
we're going to talk about the
Okay,
emergency.
Cool.
All right. Now I want to get a vote in the room.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Get ready to lose.
Bum, bum, bum.
Don't spill your beer again, Will.
She
Hey,
knows.
she
was
wasn't
heard.
here, and she
Okay.
knows.
I was watching.
All right.
Yeah. Who's commenting so far?
Must not kill.
Oh,
Whoa, yeah.
Brad.
Brad, while helping his son move out, is also like, I got to check on the pod real quick.
I mean, it's got to be tough. Your son moving out. He's leaving the nest.
Aw.
You know, they have a tight bond, but at the same time, I also know he's like, finally.
Really, you think?
Well, you know,
I think he's a little
Then you
depressed.
could do
about
it in the living
You tell
room.
me, Brad. You tell me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's a little depressed. Brad, what do you say? So here's the dilemma. Tonight, Laura goes into the bathroom right before the show.
Is that like a never trust a fart situation?
No.
No, it was,
Sounds like
she's
that.
going to get dressed and ready for the show. So she walks into the bathroom to get ready for the show.
Will did not expect that one.
I'm sorry. Just don't focus on me. Keep going. I'll fight through it.
Camera 5.
Camera one. Camera one.
One.
Camera 3.
think
Get
he's
this off my
number three.
face.
6.
All right, so Laura goes into the bathroom.
Yes. And ever since the hurricanes, we've had an ant problem, but they're like ghost ants. They're so small. It's like you
Sugar
can't
ants.
really, they're not even sugar ants, Joe.
No?
They're half the size of a sugar ant.
Really?
Like they're literally ghost ants like the size of your wiener. They are super, super small. Like you can barely
Just came right out and
Yeah.
just made fun of your little wiener. I can't believe he did that on
Yeah.
air.
on air.
Because he peeked and he saw something.
It's the bathroom cam.
Yeah.
I
So
thought he fixed the
now, I'm
camera.
not-
How is my head cut off again?
All right.
Well,
the
There
night.
you go, yeah.
Here, you know what? Joe already tried. I'm going to fix this one.
No, it's the
Watch
other.
your beer.
It's the black camera.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
That's racist.
Oh, because I have 2 cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
you
got two
you have
cameras.
2 cameras. So put
Oh, that one.
yeah. All right, there you go. And if you want to
That's
zoom
one.
in, if you want to zoom that in, you can zoom it in a little bit too. But I mean, that's this focus.
the
That's the
focus.
focus. Wrong ring. Nope.
Whoa,
Nope.
whoa.
There you go. Boom. Well, look at there. That's zoomed out. You just zoomed
No,
out.
you zoomed out.
You zoomed out.
We don't want to zoom in.
You don't want to zoom in? I mean,
We have this
one
one.
zoomed in already.
Yeah, we
Oh
have it
my
with his
goodness.
nostril
That's fine.
already.
Zoom out a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't care. All right.
It's all about me tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
good.
That's fine. Just get past the lens
I
flare.
feel like
There
I
you
need
go.
a third camera.
I think you do. All right. So now we're not talking about 1 or 2 ants. We're not talking about a trail of ants. We're talking about like these ants are probably like, they look like a puddle of ants. There are a lot. I'm not going to lie. So
love
there
that
are
band.
a lot.
So what have you done about this?
Now, this is what I told Laura because she was freaking out before the show. She wanted to like nuke the bathroom, catch everything on fire, hunt. And I don't even know if we had insect or spray or whatever. We don't use that. I had a pest control company. So we didn't really deal with that. Anywho,
I'll take care of it after the show.
well, she took care of it allegedly. She's going to speak her mind here in a minute.
So I'm staying silent. I'm going to let you talk, and then I'm going to come in.
Wow.
Yep. Now 2 sides to every story.
Yep.
I'm
just telling my
feeling
side.
So much tension in here, and I think we just all need to take a moment and really let go of some of it.
Because of his shirt.
Group therapy right now.
So I said, look, let's go do the show. The ants, like us spraying them is not going to solve anything. They're going to come back. They're ants. The dogs are in their crate, not in the bathroom, but in the closet where we keep them during the show. Nowhere near the ants, so that's not really an issue, but she was wanting to spray while the dogs were in the crate, which I understand. But we're also literally 5 minutes before the show starts. Maybe 10, but 5-ish, maybe 7.
Yep.
So
You'll be surprised what we can do in 5 minutes.
I understand, Joe.
And the show must go on.
Right. So that was the dilemma and why Laura was late getting into the studio. Now, again, it was a lot of ants, and there was a line of ants. And like I said, we've had ant issues since the hurricanes. Something about their little area must have gotten fucked up, or who knows why all of a sudden they're coming in and making a little stink. But you said you were having ant issues as well, right?
This is the time, this time of year anyway. And so, but it's simple. You don't need pest control. You just,
Yeah,
you buy the stupid thing and you go around the whole house on the outside and it's done.
but they're in like, it looks like they're in the garden tub, like in the tile, like they have a little hole in the grout, and they're like,
Yeah.
I'm
I've had
sure-
that with like my windowsills too.
Yeah.
Like they come through
we
the
definitely
wood
need to
and-
regrout, and get somebody in here to regrout. If I can do it, I can maybe do it. I've never done it before. But probably that would help. They might eat the grout anyways and dig their hole back.
There's a YouTube tutorial for that.
I'm sure. So anyways, that's how I see the issue. I didn't think they're not biting ants. They don't bite. And that's what I'm trying to convince her. She's having a panic attack, a little full blown panic attack because the ants.
Whoa, HIPAA violation. Like we don't. Jesus, man. You don't need to fucking bring that up now. Come on now.
You know, do you realize that the longer she stays silent right
No,
now,
this
that's-
is
that's
better.
why I'm
We
building
don't
it
worse
up.
it's getting
Okay.
for you.
No.
I know.
the worse it's getting for you.
I know, Joe.
Yeah. No, don't let her talk. Keep talking.
But they do not bite. They're harmless. Okay. And I understand ants, scary, whatever.
You're going to wake up tomorrow with them in your shorts because she's going to put them there.
Yeah. No, she's just gonna, while he's sleeping, she's gonna feed them to him.
Oh my
She's
God.
going to cook them in my brownies and
She's going to
shit.
put it in your breakfast.
Which
cereal.
honestly, I probably wouldn't even care because they don't do shit. They're protein,
Yeah,
apparently.
they're good for your gut bacteria.
Yes, I need that.
So it's beer for a dog, apparently.
Beer
Oh,
for
yeah.
horses.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Well,
See,
and
that was a dig at you. That
You know
was a
what?
dig at you.
Yeah,
I
and
wasn't a dig at me. I was just
No,
saying.
I
I
said
saw
it was a
Simon
dig at
drink
Will. Dig
beer.
at Will. It was a dig
No,
at
it
Will.
wasn't.
Yeah, well,
I was just saying he let Simon drink a beer, and that's good for dogs' gut
Will,
health.
did you take it as a
Will-
dig?
I did
Will.
not. No, I did not take it as a dig because I've been nothing but supportive this entire segment.
And I said I wasn't
Did-
saying it as a dig.
But did Simon get this much beer?
Yeah,
Yes,
a little
yes,
bit.
he did.
'Cause
You know, you can't see this cup holder right here, but the cup holder was like a quarter filled, so he got like.
I'm just
3
letting people
licks
know
of beer.
I was watching the show, even though I wasn't here. It wasn't a dig. If it was a dig, I would have said
No,
it
no,
was
no.
a dig.
And I
You
don't
were
take it. I
watching
don't
the
take it
show
as a
from
dig.
the other room.
Yeah.
And you could have just came in.
Yeah. Well, I had to clean the house, so.
You weren't cleaning the
Oh,
house
so
while
you
you were
were cleaning
listening.
the house.
I think
Oh,
it's
is it my
about
turn
time.
yet?
It's about
No,
time. Yeah,
it's
no, I think
not.
it is.
It's
I think
not.
it is. I think it is.
Yeah. Thank
Will,
you.
shut up, Will.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
You're welcome.
Class trader over here.
Here's
Just like McDonald's
my side
and
of the
Altoona.
story. Am I on?
You're on.
Can you hear
Go
me?
ahead, go ahead.
Great.
Can you hear me now?
Like he said, we've been having problems
In the
since
bedroom?
the hurricane.
Yes, Joe. Yes.
I mean, it is in the bedroom, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
go
just
ahead.
want to reiterate, I didn't say anything while you were talking. Okay? Great. So, we've been having problems since the fucking hurricanes. It has not been handled. Yard stuff is his stuff. He mows the backyard, whatever. Like, that's his stuff. I have told him we've been having these problems. They started in the bathroom. They get through the teeny little crack in the window grout. Nothing has been done. So then, what was it? A week or two ago when we left pizza out on the table before the podcast,
That was the first sign
And
of
they-
bad ants.
they made their way to the table after a 3.5 hour show and literally ruined the leftovers. That's when I had my first panic attack because of
HIPAA
it
violation.
wasn't a panic attack, it was
If she self-discloses,
anxiety.
it's not.
Okay? It was anxiety. I was freaking out because I just don't want them in the house. Okay? Little ants here, there, in a house plant, whatever. They were all over the table. They made their way from the window across the living room, up the standing table height, and swarmed the pizza box. Then the next morning,
Oh, our first caller.
great.
We do need to take
Convenience.
this.
Is it an exterminator?
Hi, this is Pest Control.
It's a Drinking with
Hello?
Drew show. Oh, can I help you?
Good evening, Taylor here. I'm so sorry to disturb you at this time.
It's a recording.
Oh.
I'm calling to help people like yourself to get a new subsidy opportunity in your state.
I need
just
anal
need to
Can
beads.
know your
they
eligibility.
take care of ants?
Wow.
All right, go ahead.
Live.
Yeah. So I tell him when this happens, because everyone left after the show because it was so late already. It wasn't like everyone was hanging out afterwards. I told him I needed help cleaning up the house before we went to bed so that I could sleep peacefully knowing there were no ants in the house, and he didn't do it. So I had to do it all myself. So it was 20 minutes before the show started, actually 21 minutes, because it was 7:09 when I went into the room, and the ants were swarming the bathroom. And so I told him, like I told you before, and I'm telling him what I need in a very calm voice. I am not freaking out. I told him it's causing me to have stress. I would like to take care of them. Please go get bug spray out of the garage, and I will finish putting my makeup on, and we'll clean this up. Well, I don't know if there's anything in the garage. Well, how do you know if you don't go? He was refusing to even go look. He was refusing to help. He was refusing to do anything. So instead of going on the show and being stressed out about what's going on in the bathroom, I decided to handle it myself. And I went into the garage. Lo and behold, there's pest spray in the garage.
That is probably 10
And-
years old.
It still works.
Guess what worked? Guess what's dead?
Okay, next time I want to eat cereal that's 10 years old, What are you going to tell me?
Hey, all right.
The pest,
all right.
the pest spray will be in
You
your
know, we
cereal
call that in
next time.
college false equivalency, buddy.
I'm
just saying.
Will, are you glad you let her talk? 'Cause-
Yo, man, I'm just going to say right now, I'm not trying to pick sides, but if a bunch of fucking bugs are swarming my place, I'm just going to fucking take care of that. Like, I'm not going to let it sit.
I
Yeah.
just burned the house down and moved.
Sure sounds like you took a fucking side, Will.
I'm on the side. I'm anti-bug. I'm not pro Laura, not pro Drew. I'm anti-bug.
Well, I'm Team Drew. Fuck it.
Oh,
Now these
shit.
aren't Will. These aren't a flying swarm of wasps. They're not 10,000 roaches. They're not 10,000 moths flying through the closet.
Drew, let me ask you a question. Is this the first time you've ever lived with a woman?
No.
Okay, and this is not an anti-woman stance, but I'm always kill this, kill that, kill anytime.
No.
Like you
I'm not.
like this is a thing that we as men will never truly understand, because I understand, yes, as a man, it's like, they're not going to hurt us. Like, what's the harm? There is psychological harm that occurs on that side of the aisle, and it's our duty as
Sounds like
protectors.
you're
It's our duty as
Fuck
protectors,
Will.
man.
Who invited Will? Fuck Will.
Yeah, but everybody's got
He's
their own
ruining
thing.
this for all of us.
Everyone's got their own thing, though, differently.
I'm not saying don't handle it, but in the hour or two that we're on the show,
All I have to say is I got the bug spray. I went outside. I sprayed all windows along the side of the house where the bugs were coming in. I went into the bathroom and I sprayed everything in the bathroom, cleaned it all up. I followed it up with bleach to clean that up.
jeez.
And I still got my fucking makeup on my face and was here only 10 minutes late. If you had helped me in the 20 minutes before the show had started, no one would have been late.
I had prep
Thank
to
you.
do.
Speaking
If anything-
speaking for all the guys here,
That's biased.
we all knew that you were the man of the house, Laura. All right.
You know,
So
I was about to
if
say.
I had to think about who should take care of the ants here, it was you. It was definitely you.
Why are
Oh.
people continuing to call me?
we're getting another
Yeah,
another
this might
spam
be a
call.
good
We're
one.
trying to reach you about your extended warranty.
Drinking with Drew show. Hi.
Oh, great! It's not
Hang
plugged
on,
in.
hang on.
Oh,
Let's
it's-
get you
it's
here.
for real this time. Though.
All right. Who's this on the Drinking with Drew show?
Who do you think?
Oh shit!
Oh, geez. How can we help you?
It's the Lord Humongous.
Okay. Well, who are you siding with on the ant controversy?
Antgate.
Antgate.
All you need is some dry grits, and put them down where you see the ants coming in. They eat that, and they kill them all. Trust me.
Grits?
That's what I
Dry
use
grits.
around my house.
Will they harm the dogs?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
That's why I use.
There you
grits
go, Laura.
because of my
Dry
dog.
grits.
What about the grits? Does it, Brad? And this is Brad,
This
right?
Brad Mater
them
of Must
hominy
Not
grits.
Kill.
Yeah, it's made. Come on, must not kill all that fucking. Yeah. The grits, when the ants eat them, they actually rip up their intestines and basically kills them.
Sounds violent.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, Laura? There you go.
That's why you think I do it, man.
It's metal, dude.
Can you write a song about it?
Yeah, I was about to say this needs to be our next song.
I'm fond of that. Here you go.
Killing ants with grits.
Destroy the
But
ants.
just to let
Stop
you
it.
know, if the
Tearing up
problem
your
is bad,
intestines.
if the problem is bad, I actually have professional grade exterminator stuff. So if you need me to come by, I'll fucking spray your house.
See,
Perfect.
we have helpful fans in the audience.
Hired. Yeah, because we had pest control and yard people that were at the house for a year, and yard still looks like shit, and these ants are still coming in the house. And I'm like, fuck you guys, you're fired. So I literally fired our peeps like a week ago. So it's not because they've been gone for
really?
6 months. Like I literally fired them a week ago because we're having the issue. Like right after we had the issue with the pizza box, I called them the next day and ended our contract. So
That's been like 2 or 3
good.
weeks. then.
whatever. It was the day after that.
I used to have those guys come to my house all the time, man, and I swear they were just spraying water.
It's a scam.
They still had
And I
the
think
ants.
as soon as you fire them, I think they hire somebody to drive by your house and throw a bunch of weed seeds in your yard.
Mm,
Yeah.
hard to deny.
I'm all about
Also hard
that
to
too.
No.
Yeah, I could help you out with that, but in the meantime, if you just literally get a box of freaking grits
Okay.
and literally just put them where you see the ant trails, and if you go outside, if you see like the mounds, Just put them on top of the mounds and it barely kills them all.
Oh, even fire ants, huh? That's good.
See,
Okay.
this is educational right now.
All right, we're going to do a report on this. We're going to report back in 3 months.
Brad, before we let you go, we have another miniature debate. We heard that your son was moving out today. Some of us believe that you were happy to see him go. Other people thought that you're busted up about it. You're sad to see him go. How do you feel about your son moving out, man?
You can have sex in the living room again.
That would require his wife to be home more than once a day.
Or be out.
You mean once a week?
Once a month is now twice a month. All right.
All right.
No, it's mixed emotions. It's time for him to spread his wings. Do his thing. But yeah, it's sad. It's sad for him to go.
Are you getting drunk
You're all
tonight?
smiling. Am I what?
Are you getting drunk tonight? Was like,
Nah, I just helped him load up. All of his friends are here, like loading everything. I probably could have came out for the show, so I looked at like
Jesus.
one box and
okay. Well,
so,
are we going to see you?
I need my help.
Are we going to see you next week? When's the next time we're going to see Brad Mader?
Yeah, it should be around next week.
Okay.
I was actually getting a little bit of a cold too, so I didn't want to get there.
Were you and Jason like blowing each other or something? He's got a cold too. What's going on?
Hey,
Whoa, HIPAA violation, HIPAA violation.
It's not a HIPAA violation.
There's something about metal that is metal, and you keep it metal.
There you go.
It's as hard as metal.
I mean, Yeah, my wife's sick. She's coughing and blowing her nose everywhere. I'm surprised I'm not catching it like full tilt. So I'm actually pretty good right now.
Okay. Well, we look forward to having you back in the studio. And just for future reference,
as you say, if you want me to come by with that stuff, let me know. I can mix it.
Yeah.
Up, and I got a sprayer.
Okay.
So
cool. Sounds good, bro. Hang out. Let's do us in the.
All right, guys. Rock and roll.
All right. We'll see you.
Brad Mader, masturbator.
Brad Mader of Must Not Kill.
Also, diatomaceous earth.
Yes, borax.
Food grade diatomaceous earth kills everything. Fucking spiders walk on that. Everything dies from that shit.
Yeah, but you don't want everything to die, Jay. Some things are good for your lawn.
No.
Some things
It's
are
fine.
good for the
no,
ecosystem.
you just put it around your house. It doesn't matter. You don't want them in your house. That's the whole point.
All right. So, Laura, are you done?
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
Does not sound like it.
We really didn't reach a verdict on who's right and who's wrong.
We
here.
got Brad Mader's call and got
Can we
squirreled.
Buderbang the situation?
We can. Joe, what is your official
Bang.
On what side?
Bang.
Whose side?
Does it matter?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I need another beer. Are we going to try our beer first? Let's try our beer.
Let's try the beer, man.
So I don't know. That's my story. That's my side of it. Emergency, non-emergency. All right. And I'm going to show the can of the beer and get the info here because I didn't really post it well. Oh, it's a Coppertail? Coppertail. Yeah, we should have got Will Law in here.
Coppertail.
Thank you, sir.
Will Law is a bartender at Coppertail Brewery in Tampa, Ybor City, I think specifically. This is the last Oktoberfest that we're going to have for the year. In December. Well, yeah, we got kind of sidetracked. Something happened. Hurricanes or something. All right, I'm going to open this away from the computer. All right, so.
Do we need paper towels again?
Probably.
No. We're going to be fine. But if we do, I have them right here.
All right, can somebody read and figure out what we're drinking? The ABV and all that good stuff.
If I'm an American, I'm calling this Marzen Lager, but there's 2 dots over the A, which means it's probably like Merzen Lager or something like that. ABV is 6.5.
Okay.
Independent, all natural, uncompromised.
Oh, natural.
Au natural. And it's brewed at Coppertail, which is lovingly
Ybor.
described as outside of Ybor, or just
is
outside.
it?
Well, it's East 2nd Avenue.
Well, no, on their like sign and how they advertise themselves, they're just outside of Ybor.
If there was a fight in their parking lot, the media would be like, a fight in Ybor City.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
All right, so give it a try, Will. You just did,
shit.
but
No, I didn't know.
Hold on.
It was all foam. Here we go.
Hold on. Let me get your let me get you on camera here. All right, go ahead. Oh, Wow. A lot of
bubble.
A lot of bubble.
It reminds me of Guinness, but a little lighter.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a lighter Guinness. I like it.
Any Octobery flavors?
Yeah, in the sense that it's thicker, it's darker. It reminds me of that kind of wintry.
Are you into that kind of
quality
porn?
beer. Man, my porn habits are really off limits. If you know what I mean.
All right.
But you're not
JayFed.
blood related.
JayFed.
Okay.
It's like no other Oktoberfest I've ever tried.
Really? That could be a compliment or not.
It's kind of chocolatey. It's
Really?
It's similar to the unholy that they actually brew, I feel like, or something else that I've had there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Just not what I was expecting from an Oktoberfest. But
All right.
maybe this is an aged Oktoberfest. It is December.
Not pumpkin-y at all then.
No one ever talks about Decemberfest.
That's true. We should start it.
Bastards.
All right. Pajama Joe.
Why does it have to be pumpkin-y?
Chocolatey. It's chocolatey.
Why would it have to be pumpkin-y?
Pumpkin-y?
No one said that.
Oktoberfest are typically pumpkin-y type beers.
Only the Sam Adams is.
No. I
Because
think
I don't think an Oktoberfest
most of the
is
Oktoberfest
pumpkin-y at all,
itself isn't
ever.
pumpkin based.
Okay. Call me a liar.
Especially like the German
No,
festival.
you're just failing today,
All right,
Drew.
that's fine.
No one likes you today.
Apparently. Go ahead.
Oh,
You-
the bubbles ran out.
You outbubbled the bubbles, Joe.
This motherfucker is chugging this beer right now.
Oh.
Are we okay, I was about to say.
Man,
You got a shotgun.
Another second, that would have been serious.
I like it.
Chrissy's in trouble tonight.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
good.
it.
Yeah, it's
She's not
good.
even home.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's why. No one.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's tasty.
And we really didn't talk about the artwork on it, but the
that's-
artwork
that's
is
legit.
very
It's really,
impressive.
really cool.
Yeah.
They have a very skilled. I don't know who it is, but it's
We'll
the
find
same
out.
guy that does their other one, and it's very cool.
You got a pig farmer with a stein. You got a Salvador Dali with an octopus. You got a Fu Manchu at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
All
right, I wanna try it.
Oh, yeah,
Here we
you
go.
can try it.
It's good though.
Where's the bubbles? Where's the bubbles? There you go.
He doesn't seem.
I feel like I've
impressed.
tasted it before. I'm trying to figure out from what.
My closest comp is American Guinness because it's different in Ireland where Guinness is from, but it does remind me of Guinness.
Yeah, but I can't drink Guinness. I don't like it. It's too thick. This
Well,
doesn't have the
Well,
thickness of
and
Guinness.
that's kind of what I was saying. It's like
Yeah.
a lighter Guinness.
Yeah.
But it has
texturally.
texture and kind of
Yes.
flavor too. But then it doesn't hit me like, oh God, so creamy.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I like
I
it.
love Guinness, but I don't really feel like this is a Guinness. It feels
No.
like it's a lighter kind of. It's got a little Yingling to it, maybe a little. I do see a hint of chocolate, but
This is tasty.
yeah, it's good. I mean, I'll definitely drink it, and if I see it next year, I'll buy it again.
I want to see it in a pint glass. It definitely tastes like a dark beer though. For an October.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
A lot of the Oktoberfests I have are not dark like this.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm saying is maybe they rebranded this and put an Oktoberfest packaging on it, and it sells year round as another beer.
Like maybe it's unholy or
No, I drink the unholy. It is very similar to the unholy.
Well, you're talking about the same manufacturer. They may have similar methods, which may result in similar products.
Well, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, I mean, beers do that
it's a
all the time, by
sophisticated
the way.
palate,
Breweries do that all the time, Will.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Repackage and put something, another label on it and sell it as
Oh
something
my
else.
God in heaven.
Bill,
It was empty. Thank God. That's where the marketing people come in. You have the people that make the beers, and then you have the people that sell the beers, and often they're two different groups of people. So that's all good. What's up? How we doing?
Okay. How are you, Laura?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay. Glad to hear you.
The ants are dead,
Typing
though,
in.
right? Like,
Are you going to try it?
Can I get closure on that
No.
story? Like, you killed the ants, right?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Well, can we backtrack a little bit? And
Well, Lisa just got on the chat. She just got home, so she missed the,
she
the
missed
whole
the debate. Okay.
Mhm.
She
Well,
listened on the way home.
no, she doesn't listen on her phone. She comes home.
She has to make sure she's
boots
paying
up her
attention.
computer
to
and
people
logs
around.
in. Yeah, she doesn't want to listen in the subway, which
No.
I can't blame her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
Oh,
That's
well.
another one, and you're gonna drop the
Sky.
headset too.
This guy's a hot mess.
No, it's a mess, not a hot mess.
He's a
Don't
hot mess.
don't try to put a
He's
silk
hot and
tie on a
messy.
pig.
He's
Well,
hot.
why don't you bring your beers in here and put them in the fridge?
They're already there. I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh,
I'm sorry, no pee breaks in between the show.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here today, but it's a bizarre show.
no,
There's still a lot of tension in the corner.
I've allowed pee breaks during the show since you've been gone. Because our show's been
Things
going.
are really
Well,
changing.
the
Wait, Jay hasn't been here in a while. I don't think he understands the situation.
I used to have to hold it in the whole
No,
show.
he pees in cups, and then apparently he peed in a bucket.
Oh, you weren't. You didn't hear that?
He peed in Laura's drinking cup
Oh,
because he
my
didn't want to
God.
hang up the phone with
like that.
with
she could
Nasty
be mad
Ronnie
about the answer.
I was.
in front of everybody. He
Oh.
filled the cup, and then apparently they got him a bucket, and he filled up a bucket back there too.
You guys should make out and get over
Well,
this.
it wasn't I didn't fill the bucket up, Joe. It was a 5-gallon Lowe's bucket.
He just peed in the bucket.
But
That's my poop bucket.
and apparently it's people are saying it's a trend to have to continue now when I
No,
talk.
it's not.
Okay.
No, I
They're
don't-
just baiting you into
I don't
it.
even want to be in the room while you're peeing in a bucket or a cup.
Well,
or
I was
anything.
here for the first incident. I was not here for the second incident.
Well, the second one was an emergency. Like I had to go.
And
that
the
was
first one was
The
it?
first one
No, I
was.
was saying
meant
the
you-
first
which-
one. I said the first one.
Okay.
You said the second one.
Let's stop talking about it because I'm gonna have to fucking pee otherwise.
Well,
so.
you can go pee after.
I don't
the-
want to. I never peed during the show before. I'm not gonna start
Okay.
now.
He did put new toilets in like a year ago.
Garby helped, right?
Yeah.
No, Garby did not help
He offered
one
to.
bit. He offered to help, but he did not help.
I thought Garby was a plumber. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
he offered to help, but somebody tied him down and did not let him leave Trinity.
Oh dang!
Yeah.
I'm not talking about you, Maya. I know.
No,
better. I
of course
know
not.
better. She's probably listening to the show.
Probably. So, who's in the chats, Laura?
We have Brad. We have Johanna was in the chats for a bit.
Ooh, she's back.
She only said she votes no when we were talking about Brad's kid flying the coop finally. We got Kyle. We got Lisa. Keller was in there.
Huh?
I've
Kyle,
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard last week, but I need a new Nocturnus shirt because the one I bought is too small. I don't know what happened. Apparently, I was very drunk when I bought the shirt from your peeps at your merch table. So I put it in the wash and dryer, and it's fits one of Laura's boobs.
Joe and I are going up
what a
to New
lucky
York.
shirt.
Maybe we bring Lisa a shirt.
We are going to plan that, Lisa. So let's do this. Joe, I'm going to give you a shirt. Lisa, tell me what size you want. We're giving Joe the shirt, and then we're going to have Joe meet with you next week. Joe, when are you going to New York?
I'm leaving this weekend, and I'll be up there through the holidays.
Now, Laura, what,
Choose a really public place, Lisa.
Yeah.
Laura. Yes. Laura, what sizes do we have available right now?
I have no clue.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the merch lady.
She's still angry.
She's
She's
so
so
angry.
tense. Yeah.
She's not going to be able to sleep tonight.
Make out. Just
She's
make
not even drinking wine. She has no drinks in front of her at all.
Laura,
That's the
I'm
problem.
not having this. So you need a drink.
Yeah,
Like,
you need to go
a
get
drink.
bust a wine open. Something.
Something. What do you want? Is there?
Now that I'm good.
Oh,
She has
my
her little
God.
Pepsi vodkas in there.
I can't believe
They're
it.
not Pepsi.
This is so.
you can't,
This
even,
is
you
so
can't
different.
even get that right, Drew. Good God, bro. I'm just playing.
Wow.
I get nothing right, Will. Trust me, I know.
Look,
I know that.
like I said, you have one job. You kill the bugs, bro. And then there's no problems. You fail to kill the bugs, then the problems start creeping
And
in.
that's a metaphor for your life.
It actually is, though, but it speaks to something larger. And that's all I'm going to say.
I don't
That's
think we
all
get
I'm gonna
enough
say.
credit. I don't think we get enough credit for killing the fucking bugs. I think my wife takes it for granted that I kill the damn bugs.
You know, you have to make it seem more heroic in the moment. You have to be like, I feel for the bug. I sympathize with the bug. I don't want to be a murderer. And then she's like, no, but I need you to kill it. And then you do it. And then it's like, all of a sudden, there you go. You can take the credit.
My
But
wife,
if you don't do it, hey, man, you reap what you sow at that point.
you doing back
my
there?
wife is afraid of a tiny little spider. It'll be that big. She'll be like, "Oh, it was this big. It was huge." I'm like, "It's a tiny little thing."
But that makes
So
her
did you
sex
tell
life-
her, hey,
Yeah.
I got this spider in my pants?
No, but yet,
That's
if
you might
there's
need to see a doctor for a
if
spider
there's
in
a
your pants.
if there's a pit bull or a scary dog walking down the street, she is fearless.
Mhm.
Like people would be afraid of a strange dog, ugly looking, vicious looking. She is fearless, but a tiny little spider freaks her out.
I have a random question. Anyone have a paperclip? I feel like in a room
You
like
gotta
this.
stir your pipe?
No, dude. My SD card is fucked, and I'm trying to pick up a gig right now, live on fucking Drinking with Drew show. But I'm trying. I got to pop this thing out to like rearrange it. If no one has one, it's cool. Sorry to derail the
I can
show.
go get one in the.
No, Laura, you've done enough.
Only if she gets a glass of wine for herself.
Yeah, if you get a glass
Good
of
God,
wine.
Then
Jay.
we would like her to do this. No,
Oh my God.
she needs to loosen up. It's either that or we're going to need some joints here. For
Oh
her.
boy. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'll just keep restarting until it recognizes it. You guys,
Now,
don't, you guys don't
just
know,
out of
man.
curiosity, Will,
Will's
how old
giving
is your
up.
phone?
Oh boy, it's probably like 8 years old at this point.
Do you want a new phone?
I actually have a new phone that'll work. Thank you. That's perfect. Thank you very much.
You
I don't
still
know
need
where
line.
I gave him a twist tie.
So the phone's pretty old, but I've kept it in great shape. So
Well, I
It's-
have my brother's phone. If you don't mind carrying around a deceased person's phone.
First of all, I'm sorry for your loss. Secondly, I do have a newer phone that I use exclusively for video purposes. So I'm good. I appreciate that. And again, I'm fucking sorry for your loss, dude.
Well, my brother died when was it, Joe?
2 years ago.
Hey, man, my grandpa
years
died
ago?
30 years ago. I still miss the guy.
So then your brother's.
You
gotta
got to
be
wear
3
your
years.
microphone there. Oh, you know, she'll be back when she's back.
You're really fucking this up today.
Thank you.
Oh, she has an official
No.
one.
You got no wine. You're not going past till you get
You're
a
not
drink.
getting past the.
This
I
is-
don't care. I don't care.
Dude.
I'm in charge today.
Punch him in the nuts.
I am in charge. You
Yeah,
go
look.
get a drink.
Punch him in the
I
nuts.
can't.
Nut
I
punch.
can't be around this kind of tension.
Punch him in the nuts.
Alcohol is not.
It fixes
It-
everything.
Yeah.
Alcohol fixes everything. Yeah.
That it does.
All right.
Hmm.
But that's fine if she wants to sit there and be angry all by herself.
Look, group therapy can do a lot of good, but it doesn't. Not everything can get fixed in one session. So you got to keep, just being.
This is our
empathetic.
group therapy. We've been doing it for 2 years now.
Yeah, it's been pretty good so
He
far.
calls it group therapy. Everyone else calls it swapping.
Ooh,
Whoa.
interesting.
He's got.
That was my past life, Joe.
He's got loofahs on his rearview mirror.
That was my past life, Joe. I'm not allowed to.
Is
do
that what that
anymore.
is? Is that what loofahs is? I thought loofahs meant something else.
Laura's the one with all the loofahs.
No, but when you put it on your car, I've seen that,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I thought it
yeah.
was something about
We had a
Sun
whole,
something else.
City, yeah.
we had a segment about what the
We had a
colors
whole
mean.
segment
It's a
about it.
whole language.
So different.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
so,
each color is something different?
Different
Yeah.
colors mean what type of thing you're involved.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me ask
Like
you
do
this:
like anal or something?
what is
No, it's all
It's
about
full
Hold on.
swap.
swinging.
It's
what is
partial
white?
Swap.
What does white mean?
I think white is you like to watch. You're a beginner.
Okay, what is blue?
Right.
What is blue?
Blue, I think.
No, I
is-
think white's beginner. I think
Yeah.
blue is watcher.
What is red?
I think
Oh, I
that's
don't know.
I think it's
full
pink.
swap.
think pink. I don't think there's a red.
There's
All
like
right.
beginner, there's
Fine, I'll
watcher,
Google
And
it.
there's
when you're in Sun
partial
City,
swap,
they hang
there's
them.
full swap, there's anything goes, and it's a whole thing.
Black as anything goes.
I only asked because I saw what I thought was faded red, white, and blue. Maybe it was red, white, and pink. That's. No, I'm sorry. Pink,
well,
white, and blue
I
is what
think
I
they
saw.
were probably clueless because you can't have multiple colors.
Well, you could.
Unless it was their progression.
No, I think.
I mean,
They
was it
started
on
out
a
white,
golf
went
cart?
to blue, and then they went to red or pink.
Was it off the edge of a golf cart in the Sun City?
We used to be a wholesome country, and then we started putting our sexual preferences using our loofahs on our cars. Our grandparents would be ashamed. No, they wouldn't. They had different ways of doing it. I'm sure that we lost. You know what I mean?
Oh,
They
yeah,
would just say,
they use Tennessee whiskey. That's all. Get the girls drunk. Have a bonfire. That's the way they used to do it.
5X whiskey.
you know, I know how to play Tennessee whiskey, but I will not do it unless it's requested because it's
It's
not
a hard song to do.
It's not even hard. It's dumb. I'm wearing a fucking Metallica shirt, dude. Like, do you think I like that song? No, but you know what it does? It makes me a lot of money. So, hey, there you go. Soon after, while you're at it,
Tennessee whiskey.
you're as sweet
All
as
right.
strawberry wine.
We haven't even touched our first item on the pamphlet tonight. We have not gotten to Drew News. But I guess.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I looked at all this shit up.
Okay,
I
go
gotta
ahead.
say it now.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
Because he's the closest to this community.
loofah code here.
boy.
All right. So yes, white is novices, new to the lifestyle, just observing. Purple are voyeurs or those who enjoy watching.
Oh, okay, a purple. I'll get it wrong.
Purple. Blue are people open to soft swapping, non-sexual interaction, or limited physical touch.
That's what the Mormons were doing.
Pink interested in full swapping, partner exchanges, but soft for themselves. Black, willing to try anything, or hardcore participants. Yellow, curious but unsure, more exploratory. Teal, bisexual or open to all genders. Important notes: this code is often treated humorously or as an urban legend and may not reflect actual widespread practices.
So ask before you stick your penis places.
But
Or pinky.
Jay, you're wearing all those colors on your shirt too. So.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, what does
He's
that
open
mean?
to all of them.
I'm free.
Well, you know, the tie-dye and the
For
rainbow.
one more day.
It dates back.
Till tomorrow. Yeah.
It dates back to the 60s, dude. I mean, like, what was your motivation when you bought that hoodie? Because it's a cool fucking hoodie, man.
He buys everything tie-dye.
I love tie-dye. I decided during the pandemic, and it's sort of my midlife, I'm 50 crisis.
He's looking for the bucket.
I'm happier wearing tie-dyes.
Where is
and
his
so
bucket?
I wear
You know,
ties.
no, I respect that, man. You embraced your inner, like, color.
Sure. I don't know why.
Ooh,
I
we're
don't know
turning
why I
lights
would need
on.
more
Oh,
light.
shit. Welcome to the Drinking with Drew show. We have lights.
Listen that side then.
Yeah, there's
No,
that
the
one.
other
There's this
one.
one. I have 4, 5.
Then this,
I've
it's
never
this one
seen
here
so
then.
many lights.
Listen that because he's
I
like
appreciate
really bright
that I'm
on
getting the
one
spotlight
side.
here.
Who
William
was
James
it? Though?
Town.
What's her
Bad
face?
combo.
But she was upset about
Phono
too much
Matrix.
light or not enough light.
Must not kill. Oh, no.
Arasa was mad, too much light.
Oh, too
Too
much
light.
light.
Oh my God, she would go nuts with this.
She would die.
Oh, yeah.
She'd die. She'd have a suntan from this.
No, she's tan, but she said the bright lights made her look pale. It like,
Oh,
faded
right.
her
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. And she had to wear this. Never mind.
Oh,
We're not
it-
going to get into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyhow.
I mean, we've gotten into everything else
Gotta
tonight,
keep that
so might
friendship
as well.
alive. Woo.
I doubt she still listens.
Probably not.
You never know, man. You guys are building something special here. You already have your first sponsor. It's only going to be a matter of time until you're like nationally syndicated.
Who the fuck brought this optimistic motherfucker?
No, I know,
Right.
right?
Oh,
They keep trying to tell me not to come over, but I just keep showing up, man. This is what it is.
Yeah. The trespass warning did not work.
I'll spill as many beers as I possibly can, man, until I get kicked out of here. Let's do it. Actually, if I wanted to get kicked out, I would have brought Preston, but
what if we feed him grits?
It's time for Buderbangs!
Boot, bang, boot, booter bang, boot, bang, boot, booter bang.
I think I'm gonna boot because she's missing teeth.
Why is that?
Buderbang Garbage.
Firm boot.
shout out Jason Stallworth, by the way.
Jay said bang.
Dang.
Brad and Keller and Lisa have all said boot.
She was deciding to have pizza for breakfast.
Here we go, because I'm the one that is going to bang on that one.
Fucking Daniel.
All right. We are in Buderbang.
Here we go.
All right. Florida woman goes berserk after not getting her Raising Cane's sauce, police say. What is Raising Cane sauce? Does anybody know?
Fast food.
Raising Cane is like a restaurant chain.
Yeah.
Like Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
But they're not here yet. They're
They're
like,
in St. Pete.
This is
They're
from
in
Largo.
Orlando.
They're,
Dallas.
they're recently to the area.
This story is from Largo, Florida.
Because I've seen them up north. I didn't know they were here yet. They're here.
I didn't either until I sent this story.
The invasion has begun.
Okay.
I've
Yep.
seen it in Orlando. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
A Florida woman who became enraged because she did not get her sauce from Raising Cane's was arrested after confronting a manager at the fast food restaurant, police say. According to an arrest affidavit, Largo police said Mackenzie Keeling, 31, became upset after placing a mobile pickup order and discovering that she was missing 8 packs of Raising Cane's sauce. Police say that Keelings called the restaurant on Sunday night and said that she was returning to pick up the sauce. Keeling arrived at the restaurant and police said the victim, who was the manager at the location, greeted the defendant and inquired how she could assist the defendant. The defendant requested her missing sauce, which the victim provided. Then the defendant requested additional sauces for free for wasting her time and gas, to which the victim declined. The suspect then demanded to know the manager's name, but the manager did not tell her. After that, Keeling became hostile, both verbally and physically. and yelling in the restaurant and disturbing staff and customers. According to the affidavit, the defendant then shot out her right hand with the force and struck the victim in her right thigh.
So she punched the manager.
In the
sounds like a
leg.
very weak punch.
Okay.
So that's basically it. The defendant utilized this force and momentum to pull the victim's lanyard.
Was
that
the victim
contained
a
the
male or a
victim's
female?
employee
Did
or
we
card.
say that?
I think it's a female.
We think
because
or we know?
If
What's-
a male
what's going on
reported
here?
this, he's a bitch.
That ain't right.
Who wants to be in the fast food industry anymore? Like this is.
Well, now they're getting $25 an hour.
It doesn't.
so-
Probably
you know
not.
what? Not all
They're
of them
not
are.
getting $20
Not
an
all.
hour anyway.
Some of them are.
and
Some of them aren't.
It's just abusive at this
We're
point.
just gonna bang anyway, and I'm
and
gonna
it's
take a piss.
understandably abusive. At
Joe's
the
a
same
bang.
time.
Joe's
Reported.
banging.
Joe's a bang. He's got to pee before he bangs because you never want to bang with a full
These
tank.
are nice pajamas you're wearing, Joe.
You never want to
Yeah.
bang with a full tank.
This is very sexist. I don't know if I can answer.
Why?
Mm.
Yeah, because it's
I like that
really,
answer.
yeah, I mean,
It
I
avoids.
finally found a female who hasn't murdered and butchered her boyfriend on a drug binge
Or left kids in the
molested
car.
little children. And you're like, nah, don't like that one either. Jesus.
All right.
Jason, you're the other Jason tonight.
listen, she's eating fast food. I'm gonna boot.
Oh, just
Would
because
this
she's
change
eating
your
fast
mind if her address on her bond paperwork was her parents' multi-million-dollar home?
Bang.
Yeah. See, yeah, that's all you need to know.
food? Did you actually look that up?
No, I heard it on the radio.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Mm.
All right.
Listen,
William
it got
James.
a smile out of Laura for a second
We
there.
did.
I think we might have broken her
No,
out
give
of
her
her
an
shell.
hour. She'll forget about it.
That's okay. We'll be gone. Who cares?
William James.
That's what you think. These shows have been going on for 3.5 hours, Jay.
Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
we've had some 3-hour shows.
You know,
lately.
No wonder you're pissing in
Well,
buckets and shit.
see, the last couple of times I've been here, I've been told, "Hey, we're gonna cut them early. They've been going too long," and I feel bad because you guys are inviting us into your home, and this is, a very well done production. I don't want to overstay my welcome, but if they go long, you guys got to let us know. I'm not trying to overstay my welcome.
We've
that
already
being
compared
said-
you to the ants, so you can stay as long as you fucking want.
Well, I am ghost-like. I'm barely even here, barely even alive.
And you trip over everything.
I really fucking do, especially tonight.
It's too bad you didn't bring your guitar. That would have been fun.
Well, he's like, there's 10 here. I don't need to bring mine.
Well, you don't have any Eddie Van Halen guitars, and I
It's
do.
true.
But next time.
Do you want to
Anyways,
fix my 12-string, by the way? Take it home with you?
I can take a look at it for you.
Oh, we have more to read?
No, I still need to boot or bang.
Laura's still scrolling, so
I just wasn't sure if that information about her house was on there.
okay.
well,
Come on, Will.
all right.
This is she just wants more sauce. She got upset. She was a little Breaking Bad, and
Kyle said bang.
Kyle is banging.
Keller says bang because she likes
Keller's
the sauce.
banging.
Look, man, if she's gonna punch a manager over not getting sauce, she's gonna punch me for not killing
Not
ants
giving
on
her the
time.
sauce.
This is just to
You
bang her, Will, not to date her and live with her.
Like you met her at a club.
I don't know about
I
you.
bet that's what you told Drew when you met him.
I don't know about y'all, but
She only stayed for
7
the
years
cheesecake.
later, Jay. 7 years later.
Wow.
it's never just
7.5.
banging someone. It's
Yes.
always getting entangled. It's always about getting entangled.
Let's be honest. An hour ago when we were eating, you thought it was only 6 years.
She's like 7 years and a half and 3 hours. All right, go ahead, Will.
Boot.
You're
It's
booting. You're
just a
booting.
boot.
Oh,
It's
wow.
Wow.
short temper. I could be mid thrust and the one bang that's not going to get me entangled for 10 years. And yeah, she'd still find a reason to hit me. So no, I ain't about it.
Okay. All right. Good rationale.
All right.
I'll take her by myself. Don't worry.
All right.
Joe's a bang. Yeah, that's right.
Show camera.
I'm trying to get her on the naughty list.
There we go.
They,
Multicolored.
they talked me into
Oh,
banging
and she's a
her, too.
weeb? No fucking way.
What the fuck
What
is a weed?
What is a weeb?
It's not a slur.
Hey,
first of
Siri,
all.
what is a weeb?
But for
Women
People-
who want to be.
people in my generation,
Okay.
that is not what a weeb is. It's a radio station.
did you?
A weeb is a
hold
radio
on.
station.
Did you immediately go to your phone's AI instead of just waiting for a human being to explain it? Okay,
Thank you,
Yes.
guys.
all right. That's
Yeah.
good. No,
After some of the shit you've said, I don't really believe what the fuck you're talking
it's
about.
2024. You're allowed to use your AI if you want to.
I'm gonna.
What a weeb is colloquially known as is an American, usually white, who's way, way, way too into Japanese anime and manga.
Oh.
So they end up dyeing their hair and they end up just looking like they're way too into that kind of thing.
Now you're saying WEEB as in boy.
I believe that's
Not
how
B
it's spelled,
as in
but
Victor.
I'm
B, weeb.
Yeah,
Weeb.
weeb.
Weeb, like weeb.
or a weeaboo. I've also
Not
heard
like
it called
she's
that.
got a weave.
Weeb.
But
No,
a
no, no,
weeb.
no, 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 no. She just looks like she's way too into anime.
Will is a dweeb.
This is correct.
That's what we called them.
This is correct.
when I was in the 80s.
This is correct.
In the 90s.
Yo, I
mean-
wear that tech proud.
I bet you she dresses up nicely. I bet you she goes to
Lisa
the club.
says bang and calls her Rainbow Bright.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
she wears
She's
like
our little
full
Care
body
Bear.
pajamas
She's got those
wherever
little
she goes.
freckles. I
Bear
want
Bear stare.
Yeah.
man.
I'll
I
give
bet
her
you.
a big hug in my tie-dye. Come here.
She wears
Pink
full
and
body
blue.
pajamas wherever she goes, even if it's not
That's
socially
okay.
That's
appropriate.
Pajama Joe's type.
No, but when Joe does it, it's cool. When she does it, she's like beating up managers because she didn't get enough fucking sauce. You know what I mean?
So are
There's
they
a
the
difference.
same
Just
girls?
give her
like,
some homemade
I know you
sauce.
said it's anime, but the same. Would she still also be into like My Little Pony and shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, she would be like talking to you about it at a party as if it's like her fucking college thesis.
She wouldn't be talking.
But at least she went
me
to
at a
college.
party.
She would try, and you'd be like, "Nah, bitch."
She would
She
see
only
my
dates-
shirt. She'd see my shirt and be like, "Yes, I need to talk to him."
She only dates bronies.
Bro.
Yeah. No. Well, here's what she does to bronies. She strings them along because they don't have any experience, right? And so like she's the only chick that would talk to them. But she's also a little discerning, right? She needs at least 8 packets of sauce before she's going to talk to you. So, she keeps them on a loop.
Sauce.
She's got a bunch of dudes who have never gotten laid, all in
That's
her
like a
DMs.
real number, by the way, too. Like, how did she know she deserved 8 packets of sauce? Do they give a specific amount of sauce?
Probably.
I think you get like
Probably.
She's been there enough where she knows I need at least 1 packet per nugget. Otherwise, I'm not getting the accurate ratio that I need to keep up my fucking lifestyle.
Or you have to pay for them, and she paid for 8 and didn't get them. Like some places are making
like
you pay
Taco
for it.
Bell doesn't give you a certain amount. They just throw it in the bag.
It's
Oh,
true.
Jesus.
Taco Bell.
It's true. But some places do get a little stingy with that, and usually that's at a manager's discretion because some fucking egghead bean counter looks at their spreadsheet and like, oh, we're losing like 50 cents a month on all these sauce packets. We need to start charging this month. And then that's usually a month by month mandate. So she was probably just a victim of that kind of micromanagement. And unfortunately, she went and resorted to violence.
Can we put her
So
back
you're
up on
banging
screen
now.
again?
No, I'm still booting.
Without the kicking or whatever the fuck she did, I mean, how many times in a day do you think a manager like this actually goes through these situations? Like
Too many.
It seems like it's just a regular thing.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't
every
do it.
time, like when I'm on the road and I'm stopping at McDonald's or Burger King or whatever, it's usually McDonald's. They're a fucking disaster.
You've been to the
I've
one in
been
Altoona?
I've been in some that have. I literally, we were in one and we were traveling through the Carolinas or something, and it's like we walked into Bizarro World. You didn't know what the hell was going on. The drive-through lines were so full that we didn't go through them. Not that I can in the van anyway. But we walk in and we're in there with, imagine like about 15 to 20 people standing around, the machine to like, type in your order and stuff. And, and you do that and it's doing nothing. And we saw some people working behind the counter and then we didn't see anybody.
You know what didn't used to happen 30 years ago? That kind of shit, because you would just talk to a human being to order and then you wouldn't be waiting so long because they would make sure they got them out of there that fast.
That was part of the problem, though. They talked to the human being there, and the next thing I know, the only human being that was there like said something really rude to the person in front of us, and so we knew we missed something. But now there's no one standing in the drive-through. There's no one there. There's no one at the registers.
They just all
and
disappeared?
they've all gone to the back of the store.
And now they hide from you and they don't want to talk to you.
They literally hid. There was no one cooking. There's no one. This is a McDonald's. This is a very busy McDonald's with at least 30 to 40 people waiting for orders. And we ended up walking out because they didn't come back.
Well, and
Did they call the police and they were waiting for the cops to show? Like maybe there was a threat made and they were just trying to like keep their distance.
think
till
so.
the
They
cops
locked
showed up?
himself in the panic
The
room.
employee was the only one I saw. Like if someone had been nasty to them, we missed it. But either way, there was no real tension. It was just they disappeared.
Your description of McDonald's is accurate. Like that's absolutely every fucking time I've been to McDonald's in the last 5 years. But I cannot speak to if Raising Cane's, which is the place in question, is the same. They might be like, because there are some places that still staff people and they don't use the machines, right? So I don't know if there was a manager there. Obviously, like someone was being held accountable, but still.
Is it just that they're busier, or do you think that
it's cost cutting, bro? It's
but it
cost cutting.
seems slower. Like
Yeah.
it used to be.
It's way
You were in
slower.
and out of McDonald's,
It's
Burger
way
King,
slower.
Taco Bell, all of them, and now it's like, what's going on here?
They didn't want to hire as many people, so they were like, this machine can do the job of 5 people. So if we put this machine in here, we can hire 5 less people to run it. Guess what? The machine takes your order. It takes longer for you. And by the way, the prices go up at the same time. And yet the people in charge of the company make all that much more because they don't have to hire that many more people.
I think it's just lazy fuckers who work there now and they don't feel like working fast. They just start.
That's another point.
I'm working what I'm being paid, but
That's
you're
true.
getting paid literally like 3 times the minimum wage. Like and I'm sorry, I'm not that old, but minimum wage is now like 3 times what I made minimum wage when I was like first starting out.
Minimum wage is still $7.25.
And there doesn't seem to be a lack of people working behind the counter. There seems to be a whole fleet of people back there.
I made $5.25.
But no, I'm talking, but that's like for tips, right? Like if it's a bartender.
Nope.
But
No. Hey, tips.
Untipped.
Tips. It's like
$2.50.
Yeah, it's like.
But minimum wage in the state of Florida is like $14 now, $13 or $14 now, and it's supposed to go up to $15, I think, next year.
As well, it should be. It should be, given the current state of inflation. But now we're getting way off the topic of Buderbang. I can't put my penis in like minimum wage here. So like,
well, we already saw her, so let's move on to the next Buderbang.
Well, who else banged besides me?
No one.
Kyle,
Kyle, Keller, and Lisa.
Lisa Baines. All right, Lisa.
Yeah.
Everybody in the comments. Good job.
Stalwart said Will stole my shirt.
Yep. Actually, Jason, I had this shirt probably long before you did, but we can get into that later.
Wow.
By the way, Jason Stallworth, 1 year anniversary of Overcometh, the fucking hit album by Jason Stallworth that Drew and I both played live, man. And check it out if you haven't heard of it. Jason Stallworth, one of my best friends.
Wasn't
Thank
that
you,
when
Jason.
someone stepped on your?
Yeah.
They overcameth on my cometh. Well, if they step in my cometh, that's their problem. Oh shit! Nice. Here we go. You used to hide behind your shelter. I'm not going to sing full volume right now. See, I knew the words, and I'm the drummer.
So I won't play the whole thing because we're going to get doxxed.
Yeah, weirdly enough, because
Copyrighted.
Jason doesn't control that. It's the company that he, corporations.
Yeah.
Are we anti-corporate around here? Because I know we're going to get to that.
We're
right?
going to get to that.
Okay, cool.
Buderbang.
Luigi.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Florida woman pawned jewelry from elderly woman's home.
Wait, whoa.
She stole and then pawned it.
She stole and then pawned it.
What did she steal?
Jewelry.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then she pawned it.
Sorry, just needed clarification.
A Florida woman faces serious charges after investigators say she stole jewelry from an elderly woman's home, then pawned it. According to the Winter Haven Police Department, the victim hired a man in October to cut down a hurricane-damaged tree. Joe, you did not need this man because Joe cut down trees himself.
That's why I didn't trust anybody.
Community servant.
Police said the man brought his girlfriend, Kaylin Davis, 35, with him to the home. The pair visited 4 times between October 16th and November 8th. The victim told police that Davis did some additional odd jobs inside the home during those visits for which she was paid. According to investigators, the victim became suspicious when a jewelry box that was on her bed disappeared, with Davis later saying that she happened to find the box under the bed, although the victim had already looked there numerous times. The victim told police that after the couple left, she noticed some of the jewelry, worth an estimated $10,000, was gone. She said Davis denied taking the jewelry when confronted, telling the victim she loves her and would never do that. Investigators found the items pawned throughout
so
Polk County, yada, yada. She made $5,500 pawning the jewelry. Will James, boot or bang?
Estimated value of $10K, sold for $5K.
55.
Dumb.
I mean, you get what you can get at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's not yours.
Could have gotten more.
Yeah, but you're not going to get full value at a pawn shop.
Still boot. Not enterprising enough.
What the hell? This guy doesn't bang anything?
Well,
Who invited him? No.
It's going to be
but it's Polk County, so I'm going to bang.
You're banging.
Hey, there's a good rationale.
They have some hot meth heads over there.
Oh, yeah. No teeth.
All right.
And I find this to be very sexist.
Exactly.
I am going to follow Jay's logic and say it's Polk County. This is a straight up boot.
Boot.
Hey, what's up, Joe? How we doing?
Okay.
Standard.
Straight up.
Lusty Laura?
Lisa's in the comments. She says boot. She's a sleaze bag. I'm going to say the same as Joe. Polk County equals boot.
Okay.
You guys will be sorry.
Yeah.
You might have some friends over there that would disagree with you.
Yep.
She's gonna be like a 9.
Grady Judd will hold up her picture.
Grady Judd, my favorite
Fuck
guy
that
of all
Mo.
time.
All right, who's over there?
Yeah, but he didn't get
Kyle?
he didn't get
Keller
nominated
says
for the
boot. I bet she's a junkie.
He wouldn't do it anyway.
Keller booted
Surprised
based
he didn't
on
get nominated
drug
for something.
status. Interesting, but meth, no teeth. Yeah,
Can we see her, please?
Are we ready?
What do you,
Sure.
Drew? Do you never like? Vote?
I
I know what they
knows
look
that they
like.
Oh,
so
that's true. Okay,
I can't
that's
play the
true.
game.
Sorry.
All right, here we go.
Oh, I bet with a little makeup.
I bet you she has some fake titties.
I bet she uses makeup to hide the bruises.
I bet she looks way older than 35.
Is that 35?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
She's definitely 50.
You think?
That
Yeah.
is.
Can we go to her Facebook? I bet she has some hot pictures.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
She,
With
she
a name
walked
like
into a
Waylon-
doorknob.
With the
Yeah.
filter set to 10 out of 10.
Right.
Like, oh, 35. She ain't taking care of herself.
No.
No.
And she's stealing from people's houses. Come on.
Yeah.
Now.
You know she walked into a doorknob, right?
Is this her? That's her.
Oh, well, let me see. Let me see.
Do we have-
Let me see.
Ew.
She got
No,
some-
dude. You can tell.
Shadows.
And she wore a mask
Oh.
too. That's like an automatic out with conservatives.
All right.
I mean, the mask could help.
I mean, depending on what side of the aisle you lean on.
Well,
Whatever. You guys are so picky. Nobody sleeps with you.
Look there. Hold on. Go
Hey
back
man,
up.
I feel like you're getting a bad. I've
Look at
banged
that
plenty
filter.
on this show.
Look at that
no,
filter.
no.
And that's
Gotta be a
probably him in
filter.
the background.
Dude, but look at the filter. I can already see
The
like that's not
filter.
her face. And look, she only applied it to herself. Like that guy's not getting the
Wait,
filter.
That's not the same girl.
That is her.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
bro.
That's her.
She's
All
right.
filtered the fuck out.
I changed.
Whew.
I boot.
All right, whatever.
You can't change. You already banged, dog.
I
No,
can do
no
whatever
take
the
backs.
fuck I
No
want.
take
Okay,
backs.
If you can walk around here spilling beer,
I spilled one
taking
beer.
Laura's sides, and not banging anything, fuck you,
Hey,
Will.
we have one more. Jay, I want to make a truce. Let's
It's must
fist bump here,
fuck-
bro. Let's
must
go.
fuck
All right,
Will.
all right, we're good. Must fuck Will. Is that the name of the band now?
Yes,
I have
fuck
a
Will.
theory that Will's gonna bang this one.
If
Oh.
only you guys had been to some Level the Planet shows, you would have seen how. I won't get into that. You can ask me later. Let's do the next Buderang, please, for the love of God.
Okay.
Love God.
Desperate sheriff's deputy takes to porn for cash, but resigns when her raunchy double life is exposed.
His or her?
Bang,
It was a her.
Her.
Oh.
Okay.
bang, bang,
Oop,
bang, bang,
Laura
bang,
peeked.
bang.
A Colorado sheriff's deputy resigned this week after officials learned she appeared in a pornographic videos. A second career she took out to
She's doing full porn. She's
full
not
porn,
just doing like
a second
OnlyFans or something
career.
dumb.
She took out of desperation over mounting bills. Shannon Laughlin, 21 year veteran, not 21 years old, but 21 year
that
veteran.
changes things.
She was in as a cop for
21 years.
Wow.
Veteran of Arapache County Sheriff's Office.
What the fuck? Where's that?
I have no idea.
What city is in that
Didn't it
county?
just say Arizona?
Arizona.
Arizona.
Okay.
I thought that's
Colorado.
Colorado.
It says Colorado. That she turned to the seedy world of adult cinema because her finances had soured and she couldn't keep up. I was desperate. I was drowning, she told the station. I found a legal, lucrative means for providing that support for my family that I needed at the time to save my home for them and feed my family. But the sheriff's office began an internal affairs investigation after the agency learned about her off-the-clock job, which Laughlin said she'd only worked for about a month. The department said how it learned about, or the department said they didn't say how they learned about the videos, but Laughlin admitted she'd probably broken internal regulations that require advance authorization for employees looking for work side jobs.
I mean, they probably would have fired her as soon as she said that. But
Yeah.
which is weird because really they do work on the side anyway, right? You're going and doing
But you are
security
required
jobs
to
and
tell
shit.
them you have
Right, but as soon as you
job.
tell them you have an OnlyFans or you're fucking doing porn, they're gonna be like, yeah.
That was
sorry.
going to be my question: was if it's OnlyFans, in a way that legitimizes it, because that is a
that OnlyFans is not listed
No, but-
anywhere in here.
Even so,
It's-
if she says I'm doing this and I'm getting money, they should be like, oh, cool, good for you.
Right,
Because
but
the
if
other
she's not-
alternative is she's like, I'm out there getting fucked by random dudes and not getting paid for it.
Then that's none of their business,
that's
right?
yeah, but that's allowed. and getting paid is not allowed.
And that's where
like, you're an idiot. Then you may as well get paid.
And that's where the puritanical roots of our law and legal system come into play. Like we have a weird thing where it's like you can have sex with whoever you want and it's okay, but if you ever get paid for it, then it's not okay. And if you film it, it's okay, but if you don't film it,
we all pay for it in the end.
But again,
film it and don't pay me for 5 more years so I can retire and get money.
Oh, the Shohei Ohtani.
The Shohei Ohtani.
Okay. Defer the payments. Yeah.
Get royalties.
So
more importantly,
hold on really quick, just so we can all figure out where this, how he knows. Keller says, bang, I know her.
No, really?
Like
Keller,
friends with her?
Stop lying, Keller.
Colorado.
He lives in that county.
I'm with Keller, so I
Yeah.
bang also.
He already heard the story then.
And she's in her 40s.
I don't know.
Probably.
It says 21 year
21
career.
veterans, so she's got to
Makes
be at least
sense.
20 to be cop.
Right, yeah.
Well-
She's early 40s. I'm going to go
Yeah,
bang.
we'll
Why
all
not?
bang. Together. It'll be a group activity.
A gang bang.
It's hard for me to
It'll be
say
our
anything,
bonding
but
experience.
I gotta say bang because I don't think she did anything wrong.
Oh.
So and
Yeah.
she upholds the law,
Wow.
which is kind of sexy. So hey,
Yeah.
Will bang.
Thank you, Will, for being a human.
hey, what can I say?
Maybe he's on a turnaround streak.
Yeah.
I'm human enough where I need another beer. Let's go.
Lisa says, boot, Keith can keep her.
Oh boy.
Well, this is your one
Bum, bum,
shot,
bum.
Keith, to see if you're right. I hope.
Who's gonna drink that other? We don't have any.
There was
more.
only
it's
four.
a 4
All
pack.
right. Can you get me a
Glosh
grosh?
or Yingling Black and Tan.
Yeah, I'll do a grosh.
Get a paper towel because the last one foamed on you.
I did
It's true.
No, did not.
No, his Glosh.
My grosh. Well,
Oh,
also,
was that the single paper towel on the table that was
Yeah.
used to clean up a mess? Yeah.
Yep.
Bro,
Mm-hmm.
you're too much.
Hi, Simon.
Well, we
Get
gotta
him,
wait till
Simon.
when Will's done.
Yeah,
we'll
we
put
just
him
wait
down.
till Will's done.
Yeah.
Do we have a popper topper over there you can pass my way? That
Yeah,
little
yeah.
blue, that little blue one on the table or something. Yeah.
I do.
Thank you. I got one.
There you go. There you go.
All right, so Will, you're not even going to see the girl you're going to bang?
He's gonna take his beer with him to the
You're gonna
bathroom.
pee again? You have a peeing problem.
Give us 2 seconds, Will.
He specializes in the manufacture and distribution of pee.
One
right.
time in college, I was asked if you could have a superpower, what would it be? And I said, if I could pee liquid gold, that would be my power because I have an endless supply of it, and then I could sell it. Anyways, let's go.
All right, I'm just going to continue here. All right, it says it was a violation of policy. She didn't get permission to work in secondary employment. She understands that, and could be considered a double
Everybody-
life. Yada yada. All right, she's 44 years old, wife and mother. She ran the department.
Wife.
She
Wow.
ran the department's driving
What in
academy.
the fuck is her husband doing for a living that
Okay.
she needed to do both
Will's
jobs?
about to spring a leak, so let's get to the
Is that
photos.
bad? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
He's-
I'm ready to fucking bust at this point.
All right, so we're gonna do one.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah, dude. Oh, great
And then
bang.
we're gonna do the other. one.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
That looks like 2 different women.
Yahtzee.
Bro,
Well, yeah, for
here's
sure.
what-
Yeah, she's a cop. She's
Here's
gotta
what she
do a
realized.
little Flip
Yeah, but she's not like a
Wow.
street cop. She's the
Yeah, but
the driving
Joe,
academy.
Joe, do you think she gets hired and she's placed in the driving academy position? You have to be a street cop before you get promoted to anything else. So
Here's what
I
she
guess.
realized. She realized whatever the fuck I'm making as a cop, I've got the assets to make
Yes.
way more doing anything else. And she means anything.
Yes.
And she did it. If anyone shames her, if anyone tries to vilify her, fuck you, man.
Yes.
You're
And
just jealous.
Here's another thing. She's been in a job where she puts her life at risk, or she did for long enough.
Yeah.
21 fucking years, and she's not making enough to support her family that she has to resort to.
Oh, you're right, Joe. You're right, Joe.
Suck it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Will, get him the paper towel.
I wish
Oh,
the
shit.
camera was
Take-
on that
take-
moment
It
there.
is. He's in the corner right
Take-
here.
Oh,
I
please.
fucking told you, dickhead.
Here, rip it off.
I fucking told you.
That should be the Drinking with Drew trailer to see him
Why
in
do
action.
Why do I
with the
speak
beer.
up in advance?
It wasn't as bad as I thought, but it was coming out. The last one came out really hard.
Wow.
That's what
Why,
she
why
said.
do I speak up in advance and people don't
She
listen to
said,
me?
Laura's really coming around over here. I like it. You know, I
Bouncing
guess,
around.
you know, what? So we don't know what state that happened in?
Colorado.
Oh, it's in Colorado. So I think for me, it's kind of bullshit because I'm sure it's hypocritical.
Yep.
I want to know in the last 21 years while she's been working there, how many of her co-working motherfuckers fucking moonlighted doing some job, didn't get caught, or they caught them, and did they fucking fire them for it?
Well, that's what I was. I was
Probably
going to
not.
continue with
Yeah.
that because it does get into some
Yeah.
of that, but I was rushed because Will had to pee.
Yeah. Probably
But
not.
you're right.
But also, too, she's smoking hot. So how many of her coworkers were like probably
Customers.
no? I was going to say
Viewers?
like
Viewers, for
harassing
sure.
her or like giving her shit because she's a smoke show.
Definitely
like,
viewers.
Was
Well,
she
yeah, for
married
sure.
for the whole 21 years? She might have
I
banged
didn't
some
say.
of her coworkers
Maybe.
too. Who knows? But
That's the
anyway,
same.
I think it's bullshit and fuck them.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
if she doesn't get a pension from doing 21 years there as a cop,
she got
then
a pension, but the letters were moved around a little bit. Penis instead of a pension.
She got a
Wow.
penis shun.
wow.
Take out the O and switch them around a bit.
I mean, all the letters are there.
I know.
It's time
All
for
right,
that.
so you said there's a third Buderbank.
That was the third
one.
Oh,
We're
did-
done.
Oh, we did the unicorn pick.
Yeah, we're done, Jay. We're about to get into Drew news.
Well, I do have a interruption segment. History
Okay, go
teacher
ahead.
Will
Mhm.
says this. Toward the end of his life, Nikola Tesla, we all know Nikola Tesla, right? Not the guy who made the electric car, but
Not the
With
genius.
alternating current.
Not the genius, but the other genius.
well, yeah,
The one who developed alternating current that got it stolen by Thomas Edison.
the actual genius, but the one who lacked a little bit of business acumen, correct?
Yes.
He had a lot of predictions about things that were not related to electricity. One that relates to the most recent Buderbang was he predicted in 1920s, I won't give an exact date, that by the 2020s, which is where we are now, he predicted that women would rule the world via a system of queen bee hierarchy. So there would be select women around the world that would be ruling over other women that would rule the men in their like cabals or type things. And so when I hear the story of this woman who like realized her assets, realized her worth, realized she wasn't being paid her worth and went out there and made it,
You go, girl.
literally that's kind of what I'm trying to say. Like,
Well, Hollywood is very much becoming that way, if not already that way.
in a way. But the fact that this woman got punished and to Jay's point, if she loses her pension, that's fucking bullshit. Like she had assets that she marketed. I'm assuming in a safe way. If she was filming, she wasn't presumably put at risk. She's a fucking cop who would like, any danger that was posed, she would have been able to neutralize on her own. So I feel like Tesla had it on, pretty accurately that that's the ideal way that we should be living, where they being women have, control over things in that way. But the punishment that she received seems
I'm going
a
to
little
disagree just
unjust.
because I live with a woman.
Well,
No,
you
she's in charge.
you didn't kill the
In
ants,
case
bro.
You didn't notice.
You didn't kill the
She-
ants. So that's
she-
on you, bro. Like,
This is her show. Yeah. Everyone may
Drinking-
call it the Drinking with Drew show, but it's not your show.
behind every great man is a great woman.
Oh, I agree with that statement.
You mean
Will.
greater woman?
Wow.
See, there it is.
Whoa.
She's part of the
Yeah,
queen
like
bee
the
cabal. Man.
er.
Whoa.
Yep.
It's like the opposite version of the Handmaid's Tale.
It could be,
But like
except for the fact that
Beyonce,
men keep ruining everything and
You
keep
have the
being assholes.
Beyoncés of the world, the Taylor Swifts of the world. Like there's no longer like you had in the 70s and the 80s, even the 90s.
Michael Jackson died.
You had male, like,
Pop stars.
well, bands that were, you could say, male-oriented bands that kind of led the industry. I mean, yeah, you had the Stevie Nicks and all those, but you
Boyz II
had
Men.
You were about to say Wonder.
Well, speaking of Beyonce, though, I just read today that Jay-Z is now coming under fire because
of course,
He
he's
had
going to
sex
go
with
to
a
jail.
13-year-old.
it's alleged,
Alleged, Joe.
but then something else came out today where it was like amidst allegations, questions are now arising about how Jay-Z met Beyonce, because apparently when they first met, she was 16 and he was 28.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But they've been happily married for years. So, and then there was also another story I read where Celine Dion met her husband when she was 12 and he was like 30 something.
Yes.
But then she like
She swears up and down.
She
he
swears
didn't touch her until she was 18. That's,
and that's
so creepy.
It's creepy. But when you
But he
have
was grooming her.
when you have allegedly the woman now in her 50s still defending him to this day, it's like
It's like Joe Biden.
That's going to be, I think
I would
that's
not.
going to be
I don't know
a very,
anything about that, but
yeah.
it's
I think
still
this-
weird.
Yeah, this is Celine Dion story and her husband. You're never going to see that again. If you see a woman who is married to a man with that big of an age difference when they met when she was that young, as opposed to now, who's the football coach or whoever who's 70 something
Belichick.
with the
Bill
24-year-old
Bill
girlfriend.
Belichick.
Bill Belichick is 72 and his girlfriend is 26.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love it.
So he didn't know her when she was 12, but I don't think Celine Dion's situation is ever going to happen again where she,
Well,
to this day,
apparently-
defends him and says that
Right.
she was the
Well, that's-
pursuer
but-
when
but
she was 18.
That's the difference,
and-
though. You're talking about a 24-year-old who obviously is interested in Bill Belichick's money, so
Right.
she's gone. So she's making that conscious decision,
And with
as opposed to
Beyonce-
being groomed as a young 12 or
Yeah.
13,
But I
15,
feel like
16-year-old.
if the situation was the same circumstances, most women, probably all but Celine Dion, are going to say at a certain point, yeah, I was groomed, or leave him, or whatever it is.
And
Like
that's
there
the-
was just a different, like I don't know. It's
And
weird.
that's the thing about this Beyonce story. It's still evolving. Like, so allegedly 16, Beyonce, Jay-Z 28. We have not ever heard Beyonce say anything. So is that grooming at 16 and 28? Like, is she going
Yeah,
to say
for
anything?
sure.
I don't, well, we may think that it is, but if she says it wasn't, who are we, like, are we going to question that? Are we going to tell her she's
As
wrong?
a society, we do because we say that 16-year-olds shouldn't date 28-year-olds.
Well, that was when they first met.
Some states
it wasn't
allow
said. Some like Alabama, Mississippi, a lot of deep South states do like allow for that kind of thing, and so that's and many and let's go outside of the United States. Many countries allow that kind of thing. Now, the morality of that is relative, right? Like we have our ethics here in America that says 18. That's the limit.
Well,
and
Mexico
and
it's
even then,
13, and Saudi Arabia it's 9. I mean, so
we can. In America, we believe that's wrong. Even outside of that, I believe that's wrong. But so we trust our governments that much to legislate? Like this is where we decide it is? Who keeps dropping shit?
Did you get Simon drunk?
No, it looks like he's gonna like vomit or
he
something.
has something in his throat.
No.
He's like coughing.
Well,
yeah,
he's got a little-
and he's licking the shit out of these headphones. So I'm gonna. And now that I move them, he's not interested anymore. There he goes.
He's gonna hack something.
He wants to
up.
fuck Jay again.
We don't have to be interested in
So
me.
why is it that every baseball game we idolize a song by Neil Diamond about a 12-year-old girl?
Is that what it is?
I mean, he wrote the song "Sweet Caroline" after like Caroline Kennedy, and she was like 12 at the time.
Maybe it was not sexual, but I didn't get any
Touching
sex.
you, touching me.
Ooh, you're right. Wow.
What about Bruce Springsteen's song?
Which one?
Which
Hey,
one?
little baby, you your daddy home. I'm gonna come over and fuck you now. Whatever that song is. In Glory Days.
I have never heard that one, but
You never heard that song?
he-
Hey, little baby, is your daddy home?
Did he drop an F-bomb in a song?
No.
No, but I just
No,
made
he
that
just
part.
Oh,
up.
okay, I was about
But
to
that
say.
song is about him going in and like wanting to bang a girl when her dad's home.
You know,
When her
But
dad is
how
home,
old
when
was
he's
he?
not.
Weird.
But
No.
that's like as him as a kid though saying that.
How old
Even
was he
though
when he
he's
wrote that
singing at
song?
it.
How old was he?
I don't
if
know.
he had
Come
been
on.
17,
It doesn't matter. He might have
by the
thought
law.
it. It was
But
him
there-
thinking
You're
that as a
16.
kid.
You're beautiful
But there's a
and
kid-
you're
there's-
mine.
No, there's a
my
comedian
God.
there's a
Leave
comedian.
Bruce alone, motherfucker.
No, there's a comedian that
The
does
boss.
a rip on that. That's so funny.
By the way, cousin Mike says if there's grass on the field, play ball.
Well, cousin Mike, cousin Mike, cousin fucker,
In the Sandlot, they played in the dirt.
Oh.
Oh man.
Is that geriatric, Joe? When
No, in the
everything's
Sandlot.
dusty?
In the Sandlot, they played in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, Joe.
And there were also no girls on that team, so
You played
playing
ball
that-
like a girl.
No matter
The
what,
back door
nothing's
has a
gonna
lot of
happen
dirt.
to Jay-Z either way. Even if they connect him to all the shit P. Diddy's doing.
So, who
they
thinks-
all got so much money and lawyers, they'll get away with
Who,
everything.
do you think P. Diddy's gonna do the twist in his cell?
do the twist.
I think it would have happened
You
if
think
it
they'll hang him?
was. Nah, I think it would have happened already.
They're not gonna Epstein him.
Nah, they like him. They didn't.
Here's the thing. There's one primary difference.
That Bruce Springsteen song where he goes,
Epstein was
"Hey,
white.
little girl, is your daddy home?"
JC's black. So we're gonna see a difference there.
Why black guys can't fake commit suicide?
Go and leave you
They'll go a
all
different
alone.
route. If they are gonna do it, they'll go a different route.
That's all I said. I just got. All I say is, why am I hearing this in a Chipotle?
That's great.
Wow.
Anyhow.
It's all weird. But
You like that 9.1%, right?
It's good stuff.
It's strong.
Jay's drinking the beers that we had last week that we didn't finish because we got hammered last week.
Buck tradition. These are great. Like really, I like the can.
Devil's Backbone.
Yeah, Devil's Backbone Brewing Company.
16
I gotta
point
go there.
Imperial.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
Now, Joe, did you get those in a gas station?
I got them at a 7-Eleven in the middle of Virginia.
Yeah.
On my way to New York.
I'm gonna keep my eyes open for these.
Virginia
I want one in a 40.
You can't get that in Florida. That's for fucking sure. You can only get a 32 here in Florida.
All right,
32
y'all.
of OE.
Stand by for 1 second.
What?
Uh-oh. We're
He's
standing
gonna
by.
pee in a bucket.
You're gonna pee in a bucket.
No, I'm going to stop recording and re-record so my video is not 2 or 3 hours long, and I can manage it.
And he's
when
got
I'm
a new
editing
laptop for that purpose.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And go. Don't be
Hey,
funny.
welcome back.
Don't be funny yet.
Okay.
Don't be funny.
We weren't.
Go.
Fuzzy butt nuggets.
Funky butt loving.
Oh, Joe, you didn't bring over the beaver nuggets.
All right, Joe,
I'm
where are the
hungry.
beaver nuggets,
Gotta
by the
remind me
way?
that.
Those
I'll
are-
bring
Joe
them
did
over
not bring over the beaver
after
nuggets.
the show.
All right.
I had them at the party though.
Yeah, you did.
Joe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to
Mike's drinking the cookie dough whiskey.
Oh, Mike.
Wow.
I brought over some cookie dough whiskey for
Cookie dough.
my cousin Mike, and man, that stuff is so good.
So good.
I've never tried
Man.
it. Sounds good.
Laura,
Well, we have
put it-
salted caramel and root beer whiskey too. If you want
Yeah.
to try that.
Cookie dough, though. I mean, cookie dough. I've never had that in an alcohol.
but
like,
it's the
ever.
same brand, the same
Yeah.
style, so it's going to be amazing as well. So, Laura, imagine how picky she is about drinks in general. She tasted it and liked it.
Wow.
Like it was that good. So, and this is a whiskey straight up with ice, nothing else.
But her new
no
favorite
mixer.
is still 43
I like
and
I like
heavy
my
cream.
whiskey to taste like whiskey, but
I know,
but I
Jay,
don't think I would mind.
I know you're.
I wouldn't mind
You
my
have hair on your
cookie.
chest.
I wouldn't mind my cookie tasting like whiskey.
See, because you're a whiskey man. That's
How
all
about
good,
a,
man.
How about
I
a
don't-
cake?
I don't mind a
Tastes like
whiskey.
whiskey.
Have you tried like the Jack Daniel's chocolate cake that they sell? You know, it's like it's boxed.
Yeah, we just had it. It was actually
Yeah,
at my
did
cousin
too.
Mike's house. We had
Pretty
that
good.
there too.
It's pretty good.
Or was it
man.
your house, Joe?
I got the Jack Daniel's.
It was your house.
Pecan cake.
Yeah, it was your house.
Hey, that
I've been to
sounds
too many
good.
Christmas parties.
Nobody ate it. One
know,
one
fucking
little
prudes.
sliver was taken
That's
out. And that
because
was
there
it.
was too many desserts there.
That's fine.
Oh, is
So
that
Those
many.
peanut butter, cheesecake,
We had
fucking
so much.
whatever those were. Those were
So
so good.
I did 2 Christmas parties in 2 days, and I'm telling you what, man, between Joe's and my cousin Mike's house, on Monday, I woke up and I took the biggest shit in the world. Like I just literally, it was like 45 minutes nonstop.
Boot.
You got to stand up in the middle of that, otherwise your
Man,
legs
bro,
go
it
down.
was so bad. It was
Poos,
so bad.
poos.
Yeah,
The boot.
Drew's poos were bad.
He has to
That's
go for
the,
a walk in between to get circulation in his legs.
Yeah, it was crazy.
The spin-off podcast.
But so much food, so much food. So I thank you, Joe. Thank you
Yeah.
for your Christmas
Yeah.
party. My cousin Mike. We had a great time. So much food. All right, are we going to get to Drew's news, by the way?
Let's do it.
I mean,
All right.
if you get there eventually.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
All right, so everybody knows about the latest Luigi scandal. Hero or villain?
Villain.
Will. Hero or
The
villain?
the other
Yeah.
Will.
All right. I will not render a verdict.
Oh boy. Then that means you don't
Wow.
want to be publicly scrutinized.
Oh no, here's where I'm going to get scrutinized. First of all, I don't condone murder.
Yep.
Second of all, I'm going to ask a question. I don't know the answer to the question, but I'm going to ask it anyways. How many people died as a result of the policies set forth by the CEO that was gunned down?
Okay. I take that question and I will counter that question.
I'm just asking.
No,
I would like an answer. I don't want to counter.
I don't know the answer,
No one does, right?
but whether it's him or it's someone else,
Now, here's the thing.
You know.
Here's what I told somebody that had a mindset that was calling this guy, the Luigi, a hero. I'm not as well, honestly, Will, I'm not giving a verdict as well. So as well. Where there's a well, there's a way. As well. I think he was gunned down because he was going to give a deposition. He was subpoenaed for deposition. There's a DOJ investigation. What if he had information about what could have turned the industry around? Like he was going to
make
maybe
it
say
affordable?
something that could have ruined the insurance industry.
We don't know.
Maybe we will, but I'm just saying maybe he was going to be a hero and he was gunned down because he was about to say something they didn't like. Now, here's the thing. If this was a professional hit, which I don't think it was, just based on the facts that I'm seeing, I think the guy who did this had some YouTube knowledge and some quick research knowledge. Definitely not a professional.
He's an Ivy Leaguer.
but he's not a professional.
He's not a dumbass.
I'm not saying he's a
guy
dumbass. He did this. He got the job done. So I'm not saying he's a dumbass.
Right. But I don't think there's a conspiracy there. I think it was a guy who made
but the
a
reasons
shitty
why.
decision.
But we don't know the reasons why. And that's
the
what
reasons
people are
why he
speculating.
did it. But I'm saying the overall conspiracy you're mentioning.
He left
wouldn't-
Monopoly money in the backpack. He wrote depose. What was it on?
It was deny, depose, and defend.
Yeah, he wrote that on the
here's the thing.
casings.
We can do the deep dive. We can be like, well, here's all the info we know about this guy, and here's all the info we know about the victim. We need to zoom out by a lot. If you look at our society right now, this news story was not surprising to me. It wasn't. It was only a matter of time when you look at how many people get denied life-saving treatments, when you look at how many people are overcharged ludicrously for medications that are not that expensive.
Of course.
I don't condone what happened, but this was an inevitability. You can't put so many people in this position and expect there not to be some kind of retaliation. Again, not defending what happened.
Now, here's what Jay said. Jay said, do you want to repeat what you said in our green room?
What did I say?
You said that he usually has security, but while he was in New York, they decided not to provide him security because they were afraid that in New York, if a security officer or hired security faced a combatant and fired on the combatant, the security officer would have been charged with murder because they did not trust the New York judicial system.
Dude, you're going the conspiracy route.
No,
which
it's
fine.
That
not
was
a
something I had
conspiracy
heard today. I don't know.
It's possible. That's possible, but like you're going micro when the macro should be too many people are getting denied healthcare and too many people are being overcharged. This was bound to happen. Like whether or not it was allowed to happen, like it was bound to happen.
Here's my take on it. So, yes, the insurance industry is fucked. We all know that. We've known that for a long time. However, there are people within the insurance industry that are good people who are trying to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know someone who knew this guy and said he was the good ones. He was one that was trying to fix the system. And I don't know if nothing was mentioned about the thing that you were talking about. This is just purely on working professional information. You know, it's nothing to do with that side. I'm not saying he was going to rat anybody out. I don't know about that. I'm just saying he was one of the good ones. So you can't just say the insurance industry is fucked. I'm going to go shoot the first person whose picture I see on the website because they're all corrupt. That's not how it works. You have to give a corrupt system time to build with good people if it's going to ever turn around. And unfortunately, he was a good one. And he possibly could have done some good and started turning maybe that one health insurance company around. I don't know. But it's a dumb reason to shoot and kill somebody because you think an entire industry is fucked. So you're just going to go and shoot the first person that's an easy target. If you're really going to say, I'm going to attack the people who are screwing this, do some research and figure out who the bad ones are and actually go after a bad one. Don't just pick an easy target.
And this is a fascinating story.
I actually think he did a lot of research because he
didn't.
He knew exactly where that guy was going to be at the right time.
No, but I don't think
moment.
that is research. I think that
he
information was fed to him, and there was more than one person
It's
involved
very
in this.
possible. It's very possible because contrary to what Laura just said, which is anecdotal, like you said, you know someone who knew him. So that's an example of an anecdote. I read something that was contrary. I don't know if it's true. I'm just going to say it, and then we can all judge it, right? What I heard was the person who had been murdered had recently deployed an AI program that was designed to deny people benefits automatically. Like that was his big initiative recently. I don't know if that's true. It's something I read. I don't know if that casts him in a different light. If the person you knew that knew him knew that he was a good person, that's accurate, right? But now we also know that he had deployed, we possibly know that he deployed a software to deny people automatically. And this person might have been affected by that. So when you're a CEO, you make a lot of decisions. And a lot of the decisions you make affect a lot of people. And it's not going to be broad sweeping like I affected a lot of people positively or I affected a lot of people negatively. Usually it's 50-50. Usually you're helping some people while you're hurting other people. So even if you are one of the good ones, you're still part of a system that is flawed. And the flaws of that system eventually coalesce and they create situations like this. And again, I don't condone this action. I think it was barbaric, but it's not surprising, is it? Like,
it's very much so a case where I see an easy way to make something look like it was done for one reason, but it was actually done for another.
So what do all these people that support this guy have to say about the guy who took a shot at Trump?
Well, now we're doing a little bit of that's like straw man. That's like a straw man argument.
But similar thing, like you take him out to prevent him from all the damage he would cause to our country. That's what the guy's message was.
I'll take your example a step farther.
One or two? If two attempts?
The guy who actually clipped his ear.
I'll take your example a step farther. Let's play pretend.
Yeah.
You see Adolf Hitler walking down the street.
Who?
Baby Hitler.
No.
Go a step further.
Let's not go. No.
Who in 1939 was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, by the way.
I want Adolf in his prime after 6 million Jewish deaths. You see him walking down the street. If you take a shot at Adolf Hitler, are you the bad guy for killing someone, or are you the good guy for killing someone who killed 6 million people? And there's no right answer here. There's no right answer here.
But jumping from Joe's question to Hitler is like you're again comparing Trump to Hitler.
Dude, jumping from insurance guy to Trump is also a leap. So I took another leap because we can't compare the insurance guy to Trump. We can't.
That's comparing
different.
the insurance guy to Hitler now?
No, because if we're doing insurance guy to Trump, I took another leap to the next logical
Hitler
extreme.
Killed 6 million Jewish people.
Well, it was 6 million people. The Jews were included.
That's if you believe the Holocaust.
It was also
happened.
gypsies, homosexuals, artists.
This shit's getting way too real. I was just here for the Buderbangs. This is why our shows are
lasting 3 hours.
I was just here for the 1 hour Buderbangs.
Which is why
That's it. 1 hour Buderbang, boom, bang, boom. Nope. Okay.
He just wants to see some titties.
This is Drew News, Jay. This is Drew News. So I don't know. I think we're going to find out a lot about what's going on.
I think people are going to forget and move on.
But the thing was, we had a Trump assassination. One guy still in custody. We have not heard one iota about that. So who knows?
I also keep hearing that shit was fake because there was no action. Like, I heard that the bandage was gone and there was not really an injury. Again, I don't believe that necessarily, but this is the problem with the internet nowadays.
All right, let's assume
what we're presented with.
Let's assume the first one was fake. What about the second one? Like what?
Again,
the one in Florida
with the internet, we don't know if anything is real or if anything is fake.
So you guys choose to hang out with Will?
He's a great drummer and a great guitarist
and a great target. Apparently, shit. Like to keep lobbing them up, Jay. Let's go.
I love you, Will. I'm just kidding.
But no, I think somebody died in that attempt. So I'm going to say it's real. The first one with Trump. The reasons why. Iran has a hit out on Trump. That's a known fact. So there was connections made between the first and second guy who attempted Trump, and there was some money exchanged, but nobody's talking about that. So, go down the rabbit hole. I'm not going to sit there and waste time on it, but do your own research on it. But the media is definitely suppressing what
it's suppressing everything, dog. If you look at American media versus any other country's media, like there were revolutions in Syria, and there was an election in Ghana, and there have been a lot of upheavals around the world. And our news cycle is mostly talking about sports right now, and it's mostly talking about American pop culture. And really,
Americans are dumb. That's why.
Well, we're
rabbits. We're squirrels.
We're not.
We like to be distracted.
We're not dumb by our own choosing. We're dumb because we are fed dumb shit, and then those of us who don't seek beyond our own little bubbles, end up feeding on that.
Well, we're going to go and do some street interviews with Joe. And that's why I have this sign over here, the Drinking with Drew show, the street interviews. And we're going to see how dumb America is. And we're going to put our microphone in front of people's mouths and get some actual quotes from some 20-year-olds that
you come out to Finn's. I'll be there every fourth.
I don't want to get you fired from Finn's. We're not going to do it while you're working at Finn's.
You come on out, dude. I sing your
theme
song. I don't care.
We're going to do it in Ybor. We're going to do it somewhere that we have some people that want to embarrass themselves. Maybe we'll get a Haktua.
That would be pretty cool.
So anywho, so that case will be, I guess we'll see what happens. It's way too early, I think, to speculate. Joe.
Yep.
1,000 partners in 2024. Too much? Not enough.
Define partners.
Sexual partners.
Oh,
So
I
that's-
don't think I can handle that.
That's 3 a day, bro. That's like 3 a day.
And
Yeah.
I don't work on Sundays, so you gotta,
That's 4 a day if you don't work on Sundays. That's, I mean, you have to be a working person. And by working, I mean like the cop that we just banged. Like,
I like
Well,
the way you work it.
I mean, she could have been banging her husband. It didn't say who she was banging.
true. So that's an assumption on my part. But dude, that's a lot of fucking per day. Every day for a year straight, you'd go crazy.
All right. Do you want a booter banger?
no.
Is that what we're playing?
We
Oh,
can.
shit.
All right, Laura, show. Hang on.
We didn't
Is
do
that
it
what we're
yet.
doing? Like,
Don't show anything.
What? Oh, you don't want to booter bang it?
We're
You
gonna
gotta-
booter
you gotta
bang it.
decide.
Why are we gonna
first,
booter
okay.
bang it? It's kind
We're
of
gonna
obvious.
booter bang it.
bonus booter
Kind
bang.
of
Laura.
obvious.
Bonus booter bang.
Laura,
Okay.
don't
All right.
ruin
Bonus
our
booter
fun.
bang.
Okay.
Bonus booter
Now,
bang.
here's the problem. Everybody who says, they want to turn it into a booter bang, you're going to hear the article and you're going to bang. I mean, I know you are.
So
A,
go.
por- a porn
I said it's
star.
obvious.
A porn star.
A porn star.
Bang. Woo!
A porn star will attempt to have sex with 1,000 men in one day. Did I say a year?
You said
I
a year.
One day.
That's not possible.
One day.
No, they do. You haven't seen those videos? They just keep going around and around and bang,
That's wild.
bang.
All right.
It's
So-
got to be like that.
Dude,
It says in the last part of the article, it says, and it's sparking health concerns from doctors.
I would say so. Yeah.
Says health concerns have been raised in Australia for a porn star recruiting 1,000 guys to take part in her world record attempt at sleeping with the most men in 24 hours.
So wait a minute. What was the previous world record?
Hold on, I gotta get a calculator out for this.
That's the last one I saw. Was
Well,
the
I'm
previous
going to read it
world
here in a
record,
minute. I'm going to
actually.
read it. Hang on. British adult entertainer Lily Phillips recently began taking applicants for the record-breaking event of the year, which is set to take place in January. So I guess this is going to be for 2005,
Joe, are you going to be a fluffer?
25.
2025.
No one's gonna come with like one pump.
Joe's
Well,
going to be a
That's,
Now,
fluffer.
you
that's
don't have
40
to-
an hour.
That's possible. You're not saying that the guys have to have an orgasm. They just
You
have
just
to
get
It's
one and done.
literally
Three
one
pumps
pump
and then
chump.
move.
Yeah,
No,
you're
they do.
in
That's
and out,
it.
in
No,
and
they
out.
Yeah.
go around. I forget who was there.
No,
was
no,
one.
no. The current
think it was
record
500,
holder,
526.
The current record
Little Asian
holder
girl.
is Lisa Sparks, an
No, it's
adult film
different.
star who bedded 919 men
Wow.
in one day
In 24 hours.
at a sex industry event in Poland back in 2004.
Sore
I mean,
as
it's got to
fucking
be
shit.
so fucking like
KY.
sterile and
Sore
cold.
as shit. Doesn't
she's
matter
just
how much
like in a
KY,
gyno,
like, she's so
syrup.
She would have to
She's
be.
lubed
She's
to the
broken.
hilt.
She's broken.
She's gonna need some labiaplasty surgery when she's done with
At
that
the
shit.
time-
She's all over the place.
At the time, Sparks reportedly said she had a blast but was in pain for a week afterwards.
Yeah, dude. Because there's.
You're not
come
having
on,
fun.
bro.
You're not having fun.
I had
She even took a nap in the middle of it.
I mean,
you
She
had
takes a-
919 blasts.
Now,
She
here's
takes
the
a
thing.
45-minute nap in the middle, and they just keep pumping away.
all
while
right.
she's
So
sleeping.
let's do some math. Out of the 919, how many of them busted in the one pump they got?
Simon, what do you
I
mean?
would have.
Not
just
in
for the
one
hell of
pump.
it. I would
dog.
have just for the hell of it.
You
can
They,
force
I mean,
yourself
they got to
to
get it
bust.
ready ahead of time, otherwise they're not going to be stiff.
I don't
Yeah,
think-
you'd have to be like,
Is it
here
a,
I am.
is it
man.
1,000 different guys? Because the ones I remember seeing, and this is a long time ago.
Yeah, it's got to be
was-
1,000 different.
Oh, it was? Yeah.
Has
all
to
right,
be.
'cause
how
900.
They
weird
would
is it
like
though?
circle around and come
right,
back
that's what,
again.
No,
yeah.
what I'm saying, how weird is it? And I want to ask literally all of you
Yes.
guys, if you
Standing on line, jerking off, waiting for
standing
your
in
turn.
line, just
Fluffers. There's
keeping
fluffers
it
taking
chub
a
until
keeping
it's
you
your
up.
turn.
I mean,
Like-
I
You
can
got
forego
to
it.
get the 3 or 4 guys
You're
in
happy
line
to
that
have
are
the
next, right?
fluffers. Don't worry.
It's
Godless.
exciting. I mean, you're gonna
They're
have
not
Absolutely
gonna. They're not
godless.
gonna hire
Now-
fluffers.
Back when
It's
Joe
gonna be
was
your
a
job.
fluffer. Yeah.
Now you're probably not fluffing until you're like third in line, right? And by then you're probably watching.
You got a
You're
performance anxiety.
well, Joe, you might, but
You got viewers anxiety.
so it says Phillips, 23, has declared she's been in training for several months in order to physically up to the challenge. Now, these guys who are helping her in training, they have to count, right? Like they're going to be there.
Hold on. I wonder if in the application, if you have to send in a picture of your dick and like measurements. 'Cause what if like someone walks in with like a 12-incher and then just fucks her inside?
I'm not
like,
available that day.
They have to
You
stipulate.
also, yeah.
They
He couldn't get a visa to go to Australia.
Bro.
That's
why.
true. I don't want to fly.
They have to stipulate. You get one thrust and then you move. It's like a
Right.
factory
And
assembly
you
line.
have
in
to
and
be
move on.
between
You get
this
one
size.
pump, bro. If
Yeah.
you want to use the most of it, because you're getting one pump.
I just want to say that this story has turned Laura around, and
She's now happy.
No.
pretty sure she wants to
get
do
fucked
this.
by
Yeah.
1,000
No.
guys.
She forgot she was mad.
She's gonna beat this, and she's
No.
gonna do it in Riverview.
I
No.
like it.
She's gonna do 10 guys in a day just to piss off.
Only
Drew.
applicants from Riverview
Guys.
No.
and Waimama.
No,
10's enough.
it would be 1,000 ants. Okay.
What was the other? What was the other story?
1,000 ghost ants.
What was the story we had a couple of months ago? Was it 20 in like 10 days?
Yeah, something.
24 in 10 days or
Yeah.
something.
All right,
the
so
woman went on vacation to like get back at her ex-boyfriend or something, and she did 24 guys
yeah,
in like 11 days.
Feminism.
says
Yeah, that's bad enough, but it's like,
Oh yeah, to spite him.
yeah, I'm doing 1,000 guys in one day.
Didn't Will
I
Chamberlain
gotcha.
sleep with like 20,000 women over his like NBA
I
playing
mean,
career,
who-
which
who
was like
counted
13
that
years?
many?
Yeah.
Will Chamberlain counted it, man, and that guy like
well,
fucking.
he's
was
probably
in
going to come up on charges too at some point.
Dude, he's
Is he
long
still
dead.
alive?
No, he died in like
Oh,
97.
that's why they're
I
ignoring
was
him.
gonna say I didn't think he was.
All right, so what?
Anytime you're around that many women, it's
Yeah, it's going to
deadly.
kill you. So, what physiological impacts would sexual intercourse that lasts a total of 24 hours have on the body? Sydney medical practitioner Dr. Zach Turner, who specializes in fucking 100 people in one day.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
No, it does.
Specialty.
He has a different
It says
specialty.
who specializes in preventative health
Okay,
and wellness,
okay.
warned that when pushed to the extremes, such activity could have a negative effect on the body. Sex, at its core, is a physically demanding activity that engages various muscles, the cardiovascular system, and the release of endorphins, he told the news.com AU. Done in moderation, it's akin to a rewarding workout, promoting stress relief, cardiovascular health, and emotional bonding. Now, what is moderation? Like 25? Like if you're talking about fucking 1,000 people, what's moderation? 25?
Hold on.
Look.
He's talking about it's a physical activity that what is it? Cardiovascular system releases endorphins.
Yeah, it's exercise.
Okay, she's not having fun.
She's not
and
participating.
she's not using any muscles. She's literally laying there like a dead
How do you
fish.
know?
Right.
Maybe she's
That's a
flipping around.
hole. She's
I
a
have
fucking
never
hole
seen
in the wall.
anybody that needs it more for stress relief
Than Laura.
than right at this moment.
No, I haven't. I'm going to be the unpopular one. I happen to agree. She's laying there. Dude, imagine she's laying there like this
Show us.
Yes.
for like an hour.
Yeah.
Hey, come here. Come here.
Can we zoom
here.
in?
Come here.
Joe,
You wanna-
good job
Oh my
at
God.
Joe.
24 hours later.
40
Come here.
We're going to zoom out.
Come here.
Zoom out.
Oh my
Come here.
God.
For 24 hours
At,
straight,
at 40,
dog?
42,
Come on, bro.
42 an
Come
hour.
on, bro.
42 an hour, which means even if you give her a 15-minute break every hour, that's
Dude.
still 1 minute per guy.
That's what I'm saying, dog. It's way too many. It's
She ain't
too much.
participating. She's
Yeah,
just
but if you
sitting
tell
there.
each guy he's got to be KY'd up and ready to go,
What if
he
she
does-
has to pee? What if she has to eat?
They'll just do it right there.
They'll probably work
She'll
it out.
eat, she'll sleep, she'll take a nap in the middle of it. They'll still keep going.
What I want to think of is the reverse. Is there a man who
Cowboy?
has fucked
Reverse
1,000
cowboy?
women in an hour? I want to see if the reverse is possible.
Yeah, he's
No.
done after number 2.
I can get.
That's what
no,
I'm saying.
Yeah, you
what's
can't do
what's the male equivalent? That's what I want to look
He
up.
doesn't have the equipment to stay up that long.
Well, it depends.
Some
Joe.
men
If you
do, some
one
men
pump-
don't, Joe. Like
Joe.
I want to know.
If you do one in, one out, one in, like in each girl is just one in, you're technically having sex with different women.
Okay, but after 10, like,
You're saying you
You
10
just-
pumps, you're done?
yeah, you'll be done anyway.
Like I said, some men can, some men can't. I would like to know the record on the opposite end.
Yeah, I
if
don't know.
if our YouTube sleuths can find that,
We have tens of thousands of YouTube sleuths on our channel.
57.
57. There we go.
is that right?
It was
Just like Heinz ketchup.
they broke the world record in 2022. Yeah, in 24
Ron
hours,
Jeremy?
he slept with 57 women.
But it couldn't have been.
So he can't even get triple digits.
No, here's what I'm saying. Because guess what?
Women can do everything
No,
better.
well,
His name
Laura,
was Ja Loca.
Hold on though, because guess what? If a woman puts out a casting call, I want 1,000 men to fuck me, she'll get 10,000 men to show up. If a man puts out a casting call, I want 1,000 women to fuck me, 57 women will show up. You see what I
Well,
mean?
no,
Like,
they want to
let's
get
there's
paid.
a little bit. There's
Okay,
a little bit
let's
of.
test
They'd
this.
want to get paid, though.
Let's test this, Will. Ladies, Will is going to try to break.
No.
the-
Will is happily in a relationship,
Oh.
monogamous, not available. Sorry.
Will only take 5.
Will take one, the one that he's with, and that's it. Sorry.
Man.
Sorry, ladies. I know you want
Call
it,
me
but
when you're
not
40.
available.
You'll be banging them all.
Fun fact.
You don't have to lean up in that
If you,
microphone. I promise
if you introduce
when
yourself
you stay
as,
back,
as
it'll
Pajama
help
Joe,
you.
it
Fun
might
Fun
help.
fact: the 34-year-old, I told you his name right, was
Jaloka.
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 The 34-year-old man from Singapore was immediately rushed to the hospital to recuperate.
How many stimulants was he on? Like, that's also a
57
question.
women. Wow.
What was he rushed to the hospital for?
Too much Red Bull.
It just said to recuperate. That's
Was
all.
he on?
Probably because he took a Viagra and had a boner
Yeah,
for more than 4
probably.
hours.
Probably.
Cripism.
So we could all do this.
I mean, okay.
It's just fascinating, the discrepancy. Like, a woman can do 1,000 in a day, apparently, but a man can only do 57. Interesting.
So it makes you want to be a woman.
You got me, Jay.
I knew it.
I want to shave this beard off and show my true colors. I want
Well,
to
you
grow
do shave
these
it once every 6
breasts
months.
off. Actually, I've given up on that.
Okay.
Separate story. The beard has become part of the brand. I'm just so associated with this lump of hair on my face that no, it's not going away ever now.
Drew's getting a new look in 2025.
Are you going to
What's
dye
that?
the beard? Is that what's going to
No,
happen?
why would I dye the beard?
You said new look. That's the first thing I thought of.
Oh.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to call you out. I like the beard. What are you doing, man? Tell us.
It's a secret.
It's a secret. All right, we're teasing.
It's funny, the
You
video
look
we
Drew.
were just watching of him with his short hair and no
Yeah, I
beard.
know. We did a karaoke video in
Seems like
2018.
just yesterday.
I still had my little corporate short haircut.
No, man, you're a rocker now.
Wait, in that video you had short hair?
Oh yeah,
He had short hair when he moved in here.
No, I took the video, but I didn't realize it was that.
I
gas
have my
boys?
smoking
No,
in the
his
boys.
video.
Oh,
video.
yours.
Yeah.
Oh,
You were
from
not-
his yes,
yeah,
from
you
the
were-
yes. Okay, I thought you were talking about the one I took. Okay.
No, but you were there. You were at the.
No, I was, but I didn't realize that you still watched his video
All right.
too.
So did we bang this or what? Are we doing it?
Nah.
We
I think everybody knows she's a bang.
we all banged her.
In
Porn
theory.
She's a porn star.
In
We're gonna
theory,
bang her.
but no.
We're gonna bang her. She's a porn star.
Yeah, I don't know.
I bang
A
porn
chick
stars.
bangs 1,000 guys. I'm not that into it.
What? What?
Or I'm one of them. You know,
That's,
it's
that's
either or.
sloppy 1001.
I don't know. I'm trying to find.
Exactly.
Will's application is
There's her
in.
picture right
But
there.
she's on the naughty
Right.
list.
Let's take.
There you go.
That's
You gotta
wow.
zoom it in. I can't see.
I mean,
it.
Yeah.
She's got that Kim Kardashian face where it's like, yeah, I've had 20 plastic surgeons run train on me in addition to 1,000 guys.
So where do we
And a
send an
train.
application in?
She's already got him, Jay.
No, she already finished.
Oh, she's done.
None of them finished though.
You got to
'cause
travel to
She was
Australia.
plastic.
Too.
All right.
That's not a dick.
Can we show this Buderbang
That's
that
a
we had on the
koala.
website?
Are we still booter banging? Oh my god.
Buderbang?
That's not a dick.
Oh yeah.
That's Photoshop.
It's
No,
Photoshop.
actually,
It's AI. It's
actually,
AI. It's not Photoshop. It's AI.
What's
Well-
the difference?
Look at the people in the background.
no, but hold on.
What's the difference in
everybody-
Photoshop and AI?
All right,
The
Everybody
pictures
has
in the
two
top
heads.
corner are slanted.
This is AI, but there is actually
Yes.
a pair of twins out there that has that.
Amber, and
Joe, thank
What's her
God
name?
you know their names because I fucking
Brittany.
don't. But they.
Brittany and I think it's Brittany and Amber, right?
all
My
I-
question is, what is the difference between
But
AI
one of them got
and
married,
Photoshop?
right?
Yeah, well, only one of them did.
Well, but see, if one of them gets married, they both get married. Isn't that right?
Hansel is their name.
Hansel and Gretel. But wait, Gretel was like out of the loop, I
So
guess.
no matter what, you have to
That
have
Hansel,
sex, even
so
though
hot right
you
now.
may not
Oh,
like
so
him,
hot right
you're
now.
having sex with him. You have to pee again.
Yes.
Drew has to
The
pee, so
a
does I.
Zoolander.
But
So
I
is
will
anyone
wait.
going to answer? Like,
What?
what's the difference between AI and Photoshop? If AI can do a Photoshop,
Photoshop
or
has a human at the helm. AI,
but if it's a computer generated
It's
image,
it's a faked picture anyway,
Yeah,
regardless. Yeah.
but there is a double-headed
Yes.
woman out there, like, but that's not her.
No.
So,
yeah.
you know,
That's
sorry.
the last thing I want is a woman with two fucking heads. You can have two.
Well,
of
it's not-
almost-
it's not a
two
woman
of
with two
almost
heads.
Every other part would be great.
It's not a woman with two heads. It's actually two women. They have separate driver's licenses.
Yep.
They both got college degrees.
Yep.
They both have jobs.
And they both, I thought they married two different dudes.
No, they only one's married.
That doesn't make a
I
lot
know.
of sense to me. They both have to be married to that dude, but like legally, it's only one, right?
I mean, can you imagine always
the other
getting a
would have
hand
to-
job from the right side?
the other would have
like use your left hand.
she would have to approve. She's
Of
not just
course.
gonna lay there and be like, well, you know, I'm not married to this guy, but
Like,
I'm just gonna let you
Only
fuck.
one gets to kiss him. The other
He
one
got
doesn't
a
kiss him.
blowjob from the sister. Don't let him.
I'm sure he
fool
did.
you.
I'm sure they've shared
I'm
everything.
sure so many people ask him those questions.
It's the closest thruple.
Yep.
Thruple.
Good for
Get
him.
that again.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Thruple is a thing in today's society.
Yep.
Do you guys approve of thruples?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So does that
Laura-
mean the other sister has a pink loofah? Wait, what's the watcher?
The white
Purple,
loofah.
purple.
No, she's a white
Purple.
loofah.
Yeah, it's. I know one's Brittany. One's Brittany, and I think the other one's Amber, but I can't remember. But their last name is definitely Hansel. And they even had a TV show.
Fine.
They were on all those like documentary specials.
Abby and Brittany.
Abby, I'm sorry, Abby.
Yes.
Thank you,
I know it
Lisa.
I was close.
Bob.
Hensel.
They're 30,
What did I say?
They're 34.
Did I say Hansel?
You said Hansel, like Hansel and Gretel. Hansel.
I was close.
All right.
But they played softball. They drive cars. They do everything.
Jay, do you use public restrooms?
Yes, I have to. I travel a lot.
Okay. Have you heard the new warning about using public restrooms?
No.
All right. So the new.
Can you get pregnant?
Jay, can you get pregnant?
I don't think I can.
Okay. The new warning in public restrooms is you have to look at the toilet paper. Now, do you carry your own toilet paper with you?
Sometimes.
Okay. It's highly recommended you carry your own toilet paper with you if using a public restroom. What is happening now is drug addicts are using the toilet paper to clean their needles after intravenous drug use.
Bleh.
And they're putting their needles in the toilet paper and cleaning the ends of the needles. So you have to look for blood specks
Oh my God.
inside the toilet paper.
Great.
Okay, here's
thing.
so it's like the big rolls that you see,
Yeah.
like the double rolls, and they like
Yeah.
just stick it. So here's my question: we have one of those dispensers at my work.
Mhm.
There's like a special key. Now, granted, you can get something in like it's got to be a certain shape to like get down in there and like pop it open, but no one's gonna go through all that shit to like. It's got to be that you go somewhere where there's broken, the front ends are broken, so it's easy for them to just stick the needle, and they're not gonna sit there and try and pull the front end off. I did the same
Watch
thing.
that camera.
It's because he has so much shit in here. You're
Camera
gonna die.
did not go over yet.
I almost died on that too. But it's just, it would be visible, I think, that if you sat down and the front of the plate was off, you would see like the needle marks. Like, I don't feel like you have to pry the thing open and look every time because it's difficult to get into.
Well, you just
So
spin it and
I'm
you
not
look at it.
going. I'm not going into public bathrooms anymore. Thanks for fucking ruining it for me. You guys suck.
Well,
I didn't do it.
George Michael.
Yep.
Well, you missed it. You just walked in from a pee.
And I just said George Michael, public restroom. That's all I need to know.
No,
it's
so
worse.
Was he the
It's worse.
senator that like rubs his leg against you?
They lose tap.
If anyone was dumb enough to vote George Michael into Senate, that's their fault that he rubbed off on someone in the restroom, because he did do that, but he wasn't the senator, so we hold him to a different standard, right? I'm totally ignorant here. I have no idea what y'all are talking about, but hey, cheers. What's up? Drinking with Drew.
Needles in public restrooms. So intravenous drug users are using the toilet paper.
I'm sorry. Did you say intravenous or intravenous?
Intravenous.
Either way.
Intravenous.
They're hanging out in
you know.
Venus. So you have to look at the toilet paper now and look for blood specks on the toilet paper because
Oh,
they're using
Jesus
they're
Christ.
using the toilet paper rolls to clean their needles, and they're sticking the needles in the
Yeah.
toilet paper
Terrible.
rolls
Yep.
and cleaning their needles.
At
Okay.
least they were not wiping their butt and putting the toilet paper back.
Are we saying,
okay.
Are we assuming this is,
Not at a Buc-ee's.
Well,
Those are clean.
Funny you should mention that. I'm assuming this is mostly at gas stations because,
No, it's probably at McDonald's.
dude, if you're going
And
into
then they're making you your sandwich.
if you're going into a Barnes and Noble, bathroom,
Mhm.
pretty clean. Your local gas station, maybe not
Publix?
so much. Publix.
What about the drinking with
depends on
Drew
the
show
area.
restroom? Have you checked that?
You know,
You
wow.
will next time.
Wow.
Wait,
I
do you
haven't
use my
checked
toilet
it.
paper? Are you doing twosies in there?
You never know, man. I'm not going to disclose my bathroom
Definitely
activities in there.
dropping dudes.
That's why Simon loves you.
We actually didn't talk about that.
Oh,
'cause
go
the
ahead.
guy was caught in McDonald's, right? Luigi.
Mhm.
And so
Altoona.
all the memes now of
Yes.
like Burger King and they're not snitches.
Right.
Taco Bell, which which
McDonald's stock's gonna go down, by the way.
which we talked about because even the serial killer here in Tampa was caught in
At a
fucking
McDonald's. Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So don't go to McDonald's.
They're narcs.
They're a bunch of fucking narcs.
Snitches.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
Snitches get
Full of rats.
The Seminole Heights killer was caught by a McDonald's employee.
Yep.
That's true.
You know,
That's
independent of their class traitorism, I've not been to McDonald's in years, mainly because the quality I felt was going down and the price was going up. So it, you know, why, if I'm knowingly going to poison myself, I'd rather get, you know, better poison than McDonald's. Let's go to Wendy's or some shit like that. We don't need to go to McDonald's.
Is Wendy's better?
Till next week.
Marginally.
McDonald's is our sponsor, and then it's our favorite meal.
Exactly.
We would like
come
gold
on
cards.
down.
We would each like gold cards like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett.
Buffet.
InLawWeTrust.com, the best website you could ever go to. It doesn't even matter if you need a divorce. Go to that website and you will enjoy your experience.
Just give John a call.
And he's going to give us a $5 gift card to McDonald's. Fuck it. We'll take it.
Will, do you want an invisibility cloak?
So here's what I thought you just said. Do you want to end visibility cloaks? No, I don't want to end them because I prefer cloaks that make me visible. But if you're asking what I think you're asking, which is, do I want an invisibility cloak?
What would you do with it?
What would I do with it?
I mean, you said you're in a normal, cool, awesome relationship. What does a guy do with an invisibility cloak if they're in a good, nice relationship? Because every guy wants one so they can be perverts.
Look, man.
Am I wrong?
I'm going to take...
Let's be honest, Drew. After we leave, if you could just put that on and hide from Laura in your own house, you would do it.
I'm going to take this...
She hides from me, actually.
I'm gonna remove gender from the conversation here. I feel like everyone in this room would logically, after we take penises and vaginas out of the equation, we'd use that shit to rob a bank, wouldn't we?
Well, that doesn't mean you have the code to the safe. I mean, it just means you're invisible.
If you're invisible, you can figure enough shit out.
And that would be wrong.
Yep, totally wrong.
I don't know why you're trying to get us to do
I'm not
wrong
opposed
things.
to it. I'm
and
just
also,
saying.
if you had to murder a CEO on the way to robbing the bank, also wrong. But, you know, you would, wouldn't you? Because aren't we all like fucking poor as shit?
Joe, what would you do with an invisibility cloak? Besides getting to my house.
I'd probably go steal like Snickers from Publix or something.
Snickers have a high monetary value
here's the
on
thing.
the black market.
Everybody's saying something illegal. Like, what else is there that you could do that's not illegal? Like, everybody says, if I was invisible, I would do something illegal.
Why does it matter if you're invisible if it's legal to do? If it's illegal, no one's
just
going to say shit
lay
to you.
naked in the middle of Central Park and get a suntan.
Hold on, though.
That's illegal, though.
Laura,
That's why you want to do it.
I would just be invisible so everybody leaves me the fuck alone. That's it.
Laura raises a valid question, though, because in science, there is something called the observation effect. The observation effect states that when in studies or just in general, when
you know you're being watched,
organisms know, and I don't say just people, when people know they're being watched, they behave differently. So that's why two-way mirrors exist in studies. When you place like a bunch of kids in a child study.
That's why they exist in our bathrooms, too, by the way.
Whatever. Wherever.
Especially the drinking with Drew show bathroom.
Thank God they do.
That's what's behind that curtain right there.
We act differently. We act differently when we're
well,
not
like, oh
being
shit, that
filmed.
actually lines up.
It actually does, which makes me now want to pull back that fucking curtain.
That's
because of the observation effect. I act very differently in that bathroom, thinking I know that I'm not being observed. But if I knew I was being observed, I would act different. But this is not just like something obvious. It's on the quantum level.
You can do drugs in our bathroom.
No, it's on the quantum level. Like when you use a microscope, they've actually observed the fact that cells and microscopic organisms are aware of the fact that we can see them.
Right.
And so they act differently. I don't know how they discern how how do they not know that we're seeing them? But they have observed the observational effect on a cellular level, on a microscopic level. So it's,
Can we go back to talking about Hawktua?
Can we be back to being stupid? Yeah, I get you. All right.
No, but this is a
penis,
great
vagina, sex.
I mean, that's what we're here for. We know that a guy like Luigi would just go and murder people with his fucking.
I mean, as soon as
invisibility
people
cloak.
heard the name, they're like, meme time.
Luigi Mangione. The funniest meme I saw was that y'all know Tommy DeVito, the Giants quarterback.
Yeah.
He has this very flamboyant Italian agent. The first meme I saw
Tommy
was
Cutlets.
He was like, Tommy, yeah, I represent Luigi Mangione too.
Now, here's the thing. Women were saying the guy was really hot.
I was hearing he was like a Timothy Chalamet type.
But when he got his actual booking photo done, people were saying he's not actually that hot.
Well, he was on the run at that point. Obviously, he hadn't shaved in a few days, and he'd been a little stressed out. You know,
Laura, hot or not? What do you think?
It's kind of like
Buderbang.
so. It's kind of like that thing where that country singer, which probably none of you guys know who I'm going to say.
Don't.
This is just the first thing that came to my mind when you just made that comment. Jason Aldean looks hot when he's in a cowboy hat or a baseball hat, but you take that thing off and he's fugly.
Yeah.
So it's like
when he talks about taking away women's reproductive rights, he's not as hot, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like, if you only focus on like his smile, sure, his smile's great, and that's what they were showing off in the photos when they didn't know who he was. But like the hair and like the crazy eyebrows, like everything else, when you throw it all together, it doesn't necessarily work. But they're like, hide everything else. And like
guilty of being not hot.
To me, he looked like the guy from The Office. To me,
depends on what they're wearing.
Am I right?
Drew.
The one who was the young kid in the office.
Do I own a cowboy hat?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I do.
You put that fucker on tonight.
Yep.
And you will get rid of
Vegas,
all
yeah.
this tension so fast.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, it'll be.
That's why I
unbelievable.
can't wear my cowboy hat around the neighborhood. It's causing too much trouble.
Too many people.
Too much trouble.
Just
The neighbors
using
would
it
not
as
allow
an
it.
example. I didn't say he was hot, but I'm saying women will say he's hot.
When I'm on the lawnmower,
The next time I'm on the show, I'm wearing my cowboy hat, and I expect the same of both of you.
Yes.
But tonight, I promise you, no matter what you do, Drew, you put that hat on.
Jay, here's the thing.
I'm gonna get my chainsaw and my cowboy hat. I'm just gonna walk the neighborhood.
I don't want to have sex. I don't want to ease her
It's been a
tension.
very long day, and we have ants in the bathroom now. So
Yeah.
Ants in your pants.
Yeah.
Oh.
So can we talk about Hawk Tua though?
why?
Why
What
not
do you
talk
talk
about
about her meme coin that crashed?
Yeah,
she has her
she-
own podcast now.
She also they went out and gave a Bitcoin like cryptocurrency out to all of her fans, and she
Well,
gave
they-
out a
they-
lot of
they-
them for free, and then they started selling it, and it went from like something like $50 million or something like that, or $500 million
Down
and
to
then it lost
46.
within a matter of an hour. They lost like 95% of value because nobody else is buying it.
Here's the thing with cryptocurrency, man. Bitcoin was launched about 11, 12 years ago, possibly longer. You launch it, it's hot, it drops. Give her 20 years, Hawk Tua
No,
coin will be worth it.
you
it
know-
will. No,
you-
you
you
joke.
know what it will
It
be.
will be.
But see, the thing
It
is,
won't
there's
be.
no
It's not the
underlying
same as
value.
Bitcoin.
You know what she
Bitcoin's
needs
totally
to do?
different. There's
You're right.
There's so many of
You're
these
right.
meme coins.
You're right. You're right.
They're doing this bullshit, and even they had like a little fucking 13-year-old kid
But
the other day.
you give
who
her-
did it and made like 50 grand. He sold it all, and he's standing there like this. If you see
If
a real
she-
meme, it's the little 13-year-old like this. Because he just made 50 grand off of a bullshit coin he created, and
Wait,
people are buying
the
it.
If she plays it
13-year-old
right.
can buy and trade stocks. I
No,
thought you had to be
it's
It's
like,
not
it's-
stock.
it's
It's
not
coin.
stock.
Anyone
Whatever,
can do it.
like-
Anyone
can
can
do
make
it.
their own Bitcoins.
You just make a coin. It's
gotta-
not Bitcoin.
If
You
she-
have to
calling
have,
it
you have to have
Bitcoins.
mining servers and shit.
Yeah.
If she grows her popularity over the next 10 years,
She just needs
it
to get
will
into
grow.
porn. If she gets into
No,
porn,
no,
that
no.
shit will fly.
That's the one thing she needs
I
to
want
avoid.
to buy
She
some of that
needs to
coin
avoid
now that it's
at all
worthless,
costs.
just for the hell of it.
It doesn't
I'll
matter.
throw $1,000 down for nothing.
No, don't do it on that.
Buy some
Do it-
Humble.
There's other
Buy
stuff.
Bitcoin.
I was waiting for you to say
Definitely
that.
don't do it. I listened to him and put 10 grand on Humble. And,
You should have got your money back by now.
oh no, I don't.
You
think
didn't.
I
You
did.
didn't hedge down.
Blue Sky.
No, I
Blue
didn't
Sky,
hedge
baby.
down. I didn't believe.
What do you guys think of Blue Sky? Is it real yet or no?
No, it's not going to be.
I heard it was like kind of. I'm not on it yet, but I've heard it's pretty real.
We don't do social
Nope.
media.
Oh, is that right? Okay. A podcast doesn't do social media. There's news. There we go.
We do all
Our
socials.
target audience is above age.
No, we
That's
are.
a lie, because
we
he's now
are.
on TikTok, which is targeted
We are on
towards
TikTok
like
now.
tweens.
We're on all social medias, by the way.
Oh,
So
shit.
you're on Blue Sky. What's your
We're in
experience?
trouble.
I'm not on social.
the
I'm
hell's
not.
Blue Sky?
I'm not on
It's
Blue
a
Sky
replacement
because
for Twitter.
I'm asking curiously as someone who has no idea what the fuck that shit is.
It's a new version of Twitter.
Well, it was.
it's people who are pissed off at Elon Musk that want to start their own.
Well, no, but here's
deal.
I read up on it and I read that it was initially a Twitter initiative. It was initially
Yes.
part of Twitter,
And then they
but now
spun it
it's
off.
not. So
Yes.
is that correct?
That
I
is
have no
correct,
idea.
Yes.
Okay.
Say you're a
Joe-
liberal.
Joe says
Say
it.
you're a
Yes, that
liberal
is
without
correct.
being a liberal.
Hey man, like sorry, I read up on something I heard about. Oh shit.
no, but it
liberal.
is
Oops.
basically like now people are choosing sides. But I'm on X, and I see plenty of liberal leftists
And
on
he's got a
X
blue
still.
check.
Do you mean Twitter?
Twitter.
X.
Oh,
Whatever.
okay, cool.
Whatever.
It's Twitter. Okay, cool. Got it.
Yeah, but there's still plenty of people on Twitter that say that what they want to say, which I respect free speech. I want people to be able to say what they want to say. I think that you need to let people say what they want to say. That way you're able to identify the bad actors. And I just have that philosophy. You can disagree with it if you want. But if you have hate speech, that doesn't mean that.
Then you go to Truth Social.
No, but people have their own definition of hate speech. Like, you can hate the ghost dance. That's your prerogative. You can just really hate
but
the
if
ghost
the ghost
dance.
dance make accounts and then they start complaining, then all of a sudden it's hate speech, right?
He's anti.
If you want to kill, if you want to kill the ghost dance,
she's like the ghost dance Hitler.
If you want to kill all the ghost dance,
I probably killed as many ants as Hitler killed Jews tonight in the bathroom.
Wow.
He also killed.
We're getting to
Bizarre comparison.
He also killed.
Wow.
He also killed
We are definitely getting
gypsies.
deleted.
He also killed liberals. He also killed artists. He also killed musicians. He also killed homosexuals. He killed a lot more than just Jews. Jews were just the largest group.
But
that
do
he
you
killed.
know who applauded Hitler in his achievements?
I don't know where you're leading with that question, but I will say recently I was with a group of friends.
Diddy.
I was with a group of friends and I put on the rally in 1939. Madison Square Garden hosted a rally of full-blown fucking Nazis. In our country, we had Nazi support in 1939.
Well, he was also nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Too.
Yes, obviously that turned around very quickly
I can
with the
tell
result
you,
of the war.
it's
But
as a history teacher, Arabs loved Hitler because
Arabs.
they also, I'm just telling you from the history books, that's what was described was they appreciated what Hitler was doing because they also hated Jews. So I'm just getting, that's a fact, and it's in the research. And of course we know, we know history books are full of facts.
You know who does a lot of business with?
You guys had me at
Arabs?
Musicians. I am so fucking sick of musicians.
Yep, we know nothing.
Yeah. No.
All we do is
fish,
sing songs,
not
and
musicians at all.
say stupid shit. We don't know nothing.
No, but
all we do
here's
is
the
talk
thing,
about
though.
how the government's
People need to
wrong
look back at history and see
right.
who were the allies of Hitler.
The
because
allies
they
of
were
the
people.
Arabs
There were
and the
people that
aliens
actually
and-
supported what he did. But now those people who are in current day society are being praised. And
Are they being praised?
yes, they are.
Oh man.
Apparently they are because
Apparently, 'cause I'm not hearing any praise.
They're crowding college stadiums and campuses and sitting down on campuses, and our congressmen and women are supporting them. I mean, so that to me is support. If you're supporting that, then I
don't support pretty much any congressman because they're all fucking money whores.
I
But,
don't either. I think all politicians are dicks. But if you're sitting here and you're going to say, okay, I'm going to choose sides.
I'm not choosing sides.
It
Killing
sounded
people's
like
wrong.
you did. Well, I don't know.
You know, you don't know, and
I
that's
do
what I'm
know.
going to say. You know how to be cool, and you know how to be cool on the fly here. But here's what it is, man.
Arabs is a very generic term, by the way, and I'll admit
It's also the incorrect pronunciation, which I assumed was satire. No, I'm not so sure anymore.
It's not. What do you call them?
It's called Arab.
There
Arab.
you go, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're taking the George W.
Oh,
pronunciation.
that's Arab. I'm from
That's fine.
Bush of
Hey, man.
Florida.
It's
so-
all good. However you want
We
to
can call
say
them
it,
Arab.
it's all good. Here's
But
what I'm
there's
saying.
different.
The
There's
murdering
different.
of other people that don't look like you is wrong.
No, but there's,
Isn't that a
that's
Ross
what I'm
Perot
saying.
impersonation? Or
It
That
might
is Ross
be.
Perot.
It
Ross
might not
Perot.
be.
Okay.
Here's what I'm here to say.
Is Will old enough to know Ross Perot?
Yes, of course I am. He
studied
literally ran his own campaign and
Just another billionaire
3
running
times in
for
a row.
president. Just
Detracted-
another old man,
detracted
white
votes.
man running for president.
he was the proto-Trump. Trump got all his ideas from Perot.
True.
He won't credit him because, of course, Trump knows everything, and Trump would never credit anyone
okay,
with
so
anything else.
let me use the correct pronunciation. How many factions of Arabs are there?
A few. Not that
few.
I would know.
Several.
I'm not.
All right, so
there's a few, man.
So
Like, what do you want me to say?
Assad was just removed from power by another faction. Okay, so and this is the problem with the Middle East is they have so many different factions. They remove each other, and then the other ones,
We have the
Yeah,
same
but-
problem here, by the way, but it's
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
When was the last time you had a government removed from office by force?
Well, I guess the insurrection was an attempt at that,
attempt.
but that was it wasn't quite. But
nothing comparable.
We pretend that we have Democrats and Republicans, but there's a lot of different types of Democrats and there's a lot of different types of Republicans. I know a lot of Republicans that don't like Trump. I know a lot of different Democrats that don't like Biden. You know what I mean? So we have the same kind of thing, but the violent overthrowing. Yeah, we had January 6th, which wasn't quite. You want to call it successful or wasn't quite like whatever it was.
Did you have like grenades and
We should have.
we had
We should have had the army come in or the National Guard come in, start firing and taking them all out.
I don't know about that,
Yes.
but we did have death. There was confirmed death at that, which was unfortunate. But no,
Well,
obviously,
let's be honest. If Trump didn't win, it might have gotten really fucking ugly here.
It's true.
All right, so
He promised
so
a
we're
bloodbath.
not that far removed from everything that's happening else
but when
in the
you
world.
compare,
and
but
shit.
if you're comparing
He
the
promised
recent,
a bloodbath.
but if you're comparing the
yeah, he did.
well,
And look, we all need to calm down.
yes, Laura.
It's not metal.
Laura started this shit tonight.
She did.
Laura did not start
I need another
any
beer,
of
by
this
the way.
shit. Let's
Give me one
not
of these.
blame
She's
it on
put
Laura.
us all on edge, and it's made me act differently
Disagree.
towards you, Will, and it's because of how you took her side. So it's Laura's fault.
I took the side of pest control, and now I'm the bad guy. That's fine. I'll
Yeah.
play the villain.
No,
it's
it is.
fine. It's
Will,
good.
who's going to grab me a beer? Who's beer winch tonight?
I will grab
didn't
you a
even
beer
do-
'cause I also need a
but-
beer.
Okay.
Just so
we
Will's
catch
comment
up?
about
Get him
being
a
the
paper
villain.
towel first.
Hold on, I'm officially in my villain era. All women are starting this trend that they're going to be in their villain era, which means they're going to be doing shit for themselves and not everybody else. So
Use a paper towel,
Perfect.
please.
Get ready.
Thank you, Joe. And just for the record, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent free thinker. I'm a registered independent.
So am I.
So I don't really have like a
Say you're gay without saying you're
I don't have a
gay.
hardcore agenda. I call stupidity out when I see it.
Yep.
Don't do that.
I'm doing it over here though.
Oh yeah, now that I said it.
All right.
Look, now it's all peaceful.
Look, man,
Nope.
you want to talk
reaction.
American politics?
Delayed reaction.
There's only one party in America, and that's the party of green. And I'm not talking about energy efficiency. I'm talking about the
Weed.
party of
Weed.
the
You're
dollar.
definitely talking about weed.
The dollar bill, motherfucker.
Not even
Whoever
crypto?
has the most green makes the policies in this country. And that's been a fact for quite a long time. Longer than, you can go back to Nixon. Nope, longer than that. Go back to Eisenhower. Nope, longer than that. Go back to Roosevelt. Longer than that.
Do you have
It's
the video
been
of him
the policy.
sucking off his fucking beer?
I do.
Yeah.
That's why. That's
put
why
that
back
prominently
originally
at the
they only gave
beginning of
voting
this,
rights
yeah.
to landowners.
I was waiting for him to do a little like
Right?
swirl around the rim with his tongue.
So let's go back to the
Just a
families that started it all.
Rockefellers.
The
and-
Rockefellers.
You're
who
thinking
are
way too late in
who
the
are,
process.
who
man.
are fucking each other, and
You
they're all
got to go back
inbred.
to the Jeffersons and the Washingtons, man.
Well, but
Moving on up to the east side.
okay, if you want to go back that far, but there's not. I don't think there's Washingtons right now who are controlling
No,
the world.
obviously not by name.
There's
dude,
definitely
but
Rockefellers
well,
and the Arabs.
the people that believe in the ideology set forth by the founding fathers are still the ones in power. The names are not necessarily the same, but those ideologies are still in play. And but some of them aren't, by the way, because Washington's farewell address mentioned, hey, let's not form this two-party system because we will constantly be doing this instead of doing this. Unity.
And we end up with a two-party system anyway.
It was ignored, and it's being ignored currently.
What happened to his camera?
I don't know. What'd you do, Jay?
What, Jay? What the fuck?
Jay got a little excited.
Camera
and
guy.
not-
Somebody smacked his camera. Something happened.
Whose
I
camera?
It was probably me.
Joe's
Anything.
camera.
Oh no, I just shifted in my seat.
We got to blame. No, because
No.
it shouldn't be showing your
All the
I'll
cords.
and
fix
shit.
it. I'll fix it.
Where is it?
There we go.
It
definitely wasn't me.
Such an
I
easy
have
fix.
not touched this area at all. So
That's what she said.
Whoa! Shots fired.
Do we have any good comments in there, Laura? Can you comment us up and catch us up on?
Yeah, Lisa says that she wants to start an anti-social media network.
I like it, Lisa.
But who would ever comment? It would be anti-social.
We don't need comments. She
Okay.
sits in her house by herself, playing a guitar.
Did she ever say
And
she's
then-
going to meet Joe for the shirt?
She was
think
asking
she's
what
afraid.
day. She was asking what days you were going to be there. I guess
Here's
she's
the thing,
trying to
though.
meet up, and then She never said her shirt size, so I need to know what size shirt to send with
What size
Joe.
shirt,
I was gonna suggest a competition, like give Joe one shirt, give Jay the other shirt, and
see who can get it
compete.
to her?
Who can get it to her
I'm
first?
gonna leave it
That's
on
right.
top of the Empire State Building.
She just
Yeah.
sent me photos of the
Is
Empire
this-
State Building
Got mail.
Is
today.
this like
Yeah,
a
go
Sleepless
get
in
it.
Seattle thing or what?
Yeah.
No, she walked by the Empire State Building today. She sent me a photo.
Well, lots of people walk by it.
I'm
but-
going to see Lion King. I'll leave it in underneath the garbage can at Lion King.
Lisa, let us know.
Medium.
Okay. A medium, white,
Like a-
gray, or black.
I don't know if we have it in all 3 colors. What's your preference, though? I'll see
Whatever
what I
color
can do.
you pick is probably the one they're out of.
Probably.
It's a unisex, fit. It's not like a.
I'm going to
trim
guess
cut.
they have more black than anything.
Yeah, that's
Probably.
accurate.
Mhm.
It's a metal show after all. We have to represent the darkness of the night.
Okay. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Hawk tour.
We're not going to
Oh,
admit
God.
to anything in the invisibility cloak that you're going to do that's
Oh,
not
boy.
illegal.
Probably.
Like, what if you just wanted to go and like watch people without them knowing you're present? Not in a naked way, not in a pervy way. But
That's what I was trying to say. Like, if you want to see what people would do without them knowing that you're watching them, that
Like,
would be.
what would we really say about Will
Right.
if he wasn't here?
like. But would you
It would
use
be
it? Would
pure
you use
All he
it?
has
sure.
to do is listen next week.
Would you use it? Would you use it against your significant other?
To like see if they're talking about you behind your back.
Anything,
or-
Joe. It's not illegal. It might be a little snoopy. I know Laura would use it on me in a heartbeat.
Yeah, my wife would use it on
Yeah,
me. but
women
I'm
would
not
use it
interested
She
in.
immediately.
doesn't need to.
Yeah.
You have
I'm not
security cameras
interested
all over
in
your house.
snooping on her.
It's
I'm
true.
not-
You have
I
cameras
don't
in every
care.
room of your house.
Well, but that doesn't count. for
She's already tried to
man.
sell the footage of you whacking on the couch.
I'm still
He's-
going with robbing a bank.
He's
I'll
just trying
rob
to
a bank.
see where the ants are going next.
No, but would Chrissy use it?
I don't know.
Would you use it
To do what though?
just to
Like, I
see
don't-
what when you're not around, like just to prove or be happy or make sure? I don't know.
I mean, that would be one very boring hour of like television.
Not good content for
Okay.
a podcast.
Well,
No
it
way.
is if you are honest with yourself. Podcasts are about being honest. And Will, you have a fear of being honest because you are afraid of pissing people off and making them upset with you.
Whoa, that is a huge accusation.
HIPAA,
I would-
HIPAA.
I would love a rationale for that accusation.
Because I'm
Throwing
telling you,
down
if
the
you had
hard
a,
way.
What an accusation has just been made.
Because if
you think I've
have-
never pissed someone off? You think I've never like
on
made
a-
someone
on the-
angry?
on the podcast?
No,
don't know.
I think he's made a lot of people
You've
angry,
pissed-
and that's
you-
why he knows to be
you've
more
pissed
apologetic
Preston-
and
you've pissed
everything
Preston
now.
off,
He
I'm
learned
sure.
his lessons.
You think I've never pissed someone off? So
On
I'm
the
just on
podcast?
here
I don't
being.
know.
I've pissed people off before, man.
Can you piss off Laura?
But here's the
Can
thing,
you piss
man.
in a cup? Can you piss
Can
in
you-
a mug?
Can you piss in a bucket from Home Depot?
It was actually Lowe's.
Hello.
I would say this: if I was in a new relationship
Oh.
of like 3 to 6 months,
Are you
I would
hopeful?
wear that motherfucker all the time and see who I'm going to waste the next fucking years of my life.
Do you
with.
think you'll be in a new relationship tomorrow?
It depends on how many ants get killed. If
No, but who
50%
wouldn't?
or more,
I don't care who the fuck you are. If you're saying that you're in a new relationship and you would not want to be invisible around the person you're getting to know, you're fucking lying.
Here's the thing, man.
Not interested.
Bullshit.
Not interested.
Bullshit.
I'm gonna assume the identity of someone who's not me, real quick.
Okay.
If you were someone,
You
who
want me to
did-
change your voice?
Sure. Yeah.
He
Actually,
needs
yeah.
that- he
Yeah,
needs
please,
anonymity.
Please.
Make it really
It
squeaky.
doesn't sound different yet. And now it does.
Yeah.
Now it sounds unintelligible. With that, I was,
No, it did
Go ahead.
before.
I was
and over.
assuming. I was assuming you had a pitch shifter.
I did, but it's not hooked up. I actually do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's fine. I
We're
know.
just going to give you echo, echo.
I know your mixing console. I know its limits. It's fine.
No, it's fine. I do have. It's right. It's literally right here.
That was a burn on your mixer.
It's just.
It was. It was.
Sorry, Lisa.
Look,
If only
got
Preston
it.
were
Look,
here,
you see
he
this,
would
right?
join
Wow.
I have it. It's just not hooked up.
in. It's fine. It's fine. I'll help you with that later.
That was a low.
What was a low?
That was the he got you.
Who,
Some-
me? What?
No,
My
no,
limit- I
look-
have a lot of
Oh,
limits here.
Laura's smiling.
We don't need to
look at-
focus
look-
on
look-
that.
look-
Zoom in,
Burn.
zoom in. Laura's
He
smiling,
missed-
I
everybody.
did not miss the burn. He was talking shit about my mixing console.
Yeah.
I get it.
We
It
don't
does-
need to focus on that.
It doesn't
What
have a
here's
voice
the thing we
changer
need
in
to
it.
focus on. Some people have this weird defect about them, and I do think it is a defect. where they
have a lot of defects.
They decide to trust someone so implicitly that they don't want to engage in like, oh, if I had an invisibility cloak. No, they just decide to trust, and they accept the consequences too. Like if they trust someone and that person fucks them over, they don't get mad.
Well, you're young. When you get fucked over
I'm
the next
young,
5
bro.
times, call me when you're
Okay.
50 and you've been fucked over 4 times,
Yeah.
and you'll wear that cloak
Couple-
every time you
couple
meet
of
somebody.
ex-wives.
Yeah,
and,
they
you'll
take
be-
the house from you.
First
they
of
take
all-
your fucking dogs. You'll wear that fucking cloak every
You'll be
chance
All
you
right,
get.
man. Hey, I'm younger than you, but that doesn't mean I'm young. You're,
Well,
you're
I'm
just
just
really
saying.
old, man. You're just
I am
really
old.
old.
That's very
So,
true.
I kind of want to like just with that comment that you just made and how much it like still gets to you.
Group
Sure.
therapy.
Oh,
No, hold on.
Shit.
That's like
Joe is checked out, by the way.
You guys
He's
are gonna
like
really love this
out of
little
this
Can we
connection.
zoom in more?
This is like an invisibility cloak that I'm forced to wear. Like you're putting all that shit on me, and I've done none of that to you. And like you're carrying all that shit over, and it's like
You agreed to it.
I'm just saying I have done nothing to
I am
prove
so
that I am like
sorry.
any of the women from your past that have screwed you over that you're clearly still holding hostility towards.
To
like I
our
get it.
listeners,
but
if
at the
you're
same
still
time-
paying attention.
She raises a valid
Holy-
point.
Yeah, let's turn Jay down for a minute.
Well, and,
Go ahead.
yeah.
I agree. I feel very sorry for what you're going through, but it's a fact that women are horrible when it comes to relationships, and they will
Drew.
fuck the guys over in a heartbeat.
Drew, come on, buddy.
Yep. Go ahead.
Look, man, I'm a man. I'm on your side. You can't stereotype like that. Like men can be fucking assholes too. I've been an asshole.
Oh, they
I
are.
know you've been
I know,
an asshole.
but-
You can't just be like women are this. No, it's like humans are this. Okay, like we all do shitty things, man. Like that's what it is.
I agree, but I've experienced it.
And another thing, you got fucked over the first time with your marriage, and you were dumb enough to not get a prenup on your second go round.
Oh, boy.
That was your fault.
I wasn't making
Get
any
a
money.
fucking prenup.
See,
You still lost
You
your
don't-
house
you
and your dogs.
No, I decided to sell my house because my wife was fucking wanting to take half of it.
Your
so I
ex-wife.
said, fuck you.
Your ex-wife.
I'm taking it and I'm selling it, and you're not going to get shit.
Well, that's a wrap, everybody. Have a great night.
this is what I'm
But
saying.
you literally just used the term, I lost my house.
I did,
And
because
that
I was
the
forced to
house.
sell it.
Okay. But you could have had a prenup in place this whole time, and then you can't say, "Oh, women
How
trying
many
to fuck
people
you
making
over."
at the time $50,000 a year or even less do a prenup? Nobody.
I don't make anywhere near
Well,
what
you're
people would
paralegal.
consider
You tell me that you would have done
prenup
that.
money, but I would still do a prenup.
No.
I don't want you taking my shit. I don't want anybody taking your like. It's just
Jay, do you have a prenup?
Yes.
Well, he's a millionaire.
I do
He's
not have
he's
a
allowed to-
prenup. I trust my wife.
See,
It doesn't. But that
Jay proves my
but you know
point.
what?
You proved my
It-
point.
It comes from like, well, you got married twice and fucked up. I was engaged twice, and
You
so
had dildos
I
rolled through a
had-
security
yes,
screener.
I did. And,
You
and I
divorced,
made it
you left
through.
her, right?
Yeah. Well, I did.
See?
But so you go through that and you learn from it and you look for something different. And
can we
so-
ask the other married person, like Joe, what's your prenup situation here?
None.
No prenup, because there is.
It's not
trust,
normal for poor
right?
people to have prenups. We would all have prenups if we were.
Joe's
rich.
not poor. He's sitting on a gold mine.
I didn't say he was poor. I just said
No, but
it's-
we got together. It's
I've been
different.
together 20 years. I was poor back then.
It's different. I've been with my wife almost 20 years. I had no money back then.
Right.
So,
You build money and you build your
Yeah, but
the
put-
nest
even-
egg as you go. But if you get kicked in the nuts every 10 years, you lose your nest egg every time.
Yeah, but your
So I'm
prenup
sick-
only covers stuff from before you get married, though, right? Any money you make while
Right.
you're married is, regardless
If
if you have a
you
can-
prenup,
you can have
is
it
already
set up-
Right.
shared anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
You can
so
have it
like,
set up to
if
where
I got
any income
married,
is yours.
if I wasn't with my wife right now and I went to get married now, I would have to get a prenup with someone.
Yeah.
sure.
because you have money now.
Right. I had no money 20 years
If
ago.
you got any extras, send it on over.
Yeah. I mean, I was married the first time I was, I think, I don't know, 19.
Whoa, young. Sorry,
Maybe I was
but yeah.
21. I forget.
She was
I
86.
was young. The
She was
second
a-
time,
oh,
the second
good-
time
good
I was
choice.
28, I think.
She was
yeah.
74.
So,
She was
Mil-
grooming him. Man.
but I
Gilf
had
Hunter.
no
she met him
reason.
when she was 60.
I had
and
no
he was
reason to
12.
get a prenup.
The
She had
new-
nothing.
The newest
I had
video
nothing.
game, Gilf Hunter.
if you didn't have anything for her to take, you can't be mad that she took half of nothing. If that's what you're claiming. If you're claiming
I had a
you
house.
nothing,
I owned a house.
then you can't claim
I owned
that
a house.
Okay.
Yeah, your name was
But
on the
you
house.
just
You
said
didn't
that
own
you
it.
sold it
Right.
and she
It
didn't
was
get
financed.
anything out of it.
Right, but I'm just
But
saying.
you can't.
When
Tune in next week. We're bringing her on the show.
yeah, we should.
Oh
I'd
my
love to.
God.
I ran into her at fucking the
First
restaurant
Watch.
up down the road. What was
Can
it?
we-
First
can-
Watch.
Physically,
First Watch,
like
yeah.
you want her over?
Can we
Bad
use
idea.
Can we use her as a Buderbang?
Bad idea.
Yes.
You would bang.
I would.
Oh yeah.
Let's just do it. Fuck it.
Hold on. No.
Bring up a
because-
picture.
because he has-
you know what, guys? I'm gonna bang. All right,
No,
I
because
bang.
you
There
bang,
we go.
You bang, hold on, wait, Jay. You bang on the story before you see the picture. So the story is she married Drew.
Yeah.
So he's banging
I
solely
That's a
on
boot right
Yeah,
there.
you're right.
He's
Boot.
banging solely on the Drew connection. He's not banging on. He's
She's
banging
clearly
because
mentally ill.
oh,
Yes.
you fuck Drew, I'm down.
That's straight
it.
boot right there. We might be wrong, but that's straight boot right there.
Yeah.
You guys, we're fucking with our good friend Drew here for no reason.
No, you have
As,
reason.
No, for good
you
reason.
have
We,
good
well, I
reason.
mean, there is a reason, but I'm trying to
I'm
stick up
doing
for
it.
Drew here.
I am purely doing it to help out Laura.
You just
and
want
make
an
her feel
invite to
better.
come back.
Nothing else.
And
No,
invite
I
to
don't
come
blame
back.
anybody that wants to deal with that type of craziness. Go ahead. It's all good. I mean, I will 100% admit I have flaws. So many flaws. Ask Laura.
I bet if we
So many
fucking
y'all
called
do.
her up
We all
right
do.
now,
she would have her own spin on it.
she would say clear as day to everybody here.
He didn't kill the
He
ghost
didn't
ants.
kill the motherfucking ghost ants. You got it.
That's the reason.
Man.
Oh boy,
Because you didn't take care of that damn turtle.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Oh
turtles.
shit! Are we supposed
It's a
to talk about
tortoise.
the turtle?
It's a tortoise, bro.
No, we're not.
It's a tortoise. Tortoises are different.
What else is there to talk about? The Bucks are
No, we
one
have-
game
the
closer to
pamphlet's not even
500.
done,
so
Will.
no, the Bucks are actually above 500 now, so that's cool, right?
Mhm.
Are we-
Go
can I talk about the Bucks or am I not allowed?
You're allowed. We can have a sports segment.
Someone came to my...
Baker Mayfield.
Sports segment
Baker-
by Will.
Baker Mayfield, motherfuckers. You trust this guy. Mike Evans, back. Godwin, he'll be
Not
back by the
bad.
next. He'll be back in the next 3 weeks. Guarantee it. Guess what? Last season, the Bucks made the playoffs at 9-8, and then they went into the fucking second round of the
You would
playoffs.
still wear an invisibility cloak around Baker Mayfield as much as you say you trust him.
Can you put my face on the camera? I would wear why? No, dude.
You
No.
said you trust him.
Would
He
you
just
grab
wants to
his
see him in
balls?
the locker room.
That's
Would you
what-
grab his balls?
Sorry, I was late on the uptake to the joke. Yeah, I trust the motherfucker. Oh, Simon, you bitch. Simon,
paid him to do that.
Simon doesn't like Baker Mayfield, but
Thanks,
I do.
Simon.
Here's a question about Baker Mayfield. What's the $12 million lawsuit about that he's suing his dad's company?
Whoa, I have not heard about this. This is the
What?
first time
Are
hearing
you
about
serious?
it. Let's pull it up. Pull it up.
Took his money.
Let's get a live
What?
reaction.
So, like, what's
Will.
what's
I have
the-
not heard
Jay,
about this. I've
what's
not heard about
like,
this.
What his?
Pull
what,
it up.
How did he take the money? Like, what is
Pull
it?
it up.
I think he was like I think he was part of like the
Pull it up.
management or manager of him or something.
Oh, okay.
All right, pull it
Okay.
up. Let's analyze this in real time because I've not heard about this.
Analyze
Wow.
in real time.
Because that's wild. But you know what?
I'm surprised you haven't heard anything
I
about
know.
it.
Well, you know, I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, okay? I'm just a secondary Tampa Bay Bucks
All right.
fan. So
I knew I,
could
didn't like him. I don't know why you guys.
This
invite
guy's
him
wearing
here.
tie-dye and he's not a
Fuck
fucking
him.
Dolphins
Well,
fan.
that's his flufa
You're
colors.
wearing a fucking
You look like the biggest
Metallica
Dolphins
shirt.
fan. You are the
Oh,
biggest
man.
Dolphins fan right now.
Well, Jay's wearing flufa colors, so
That's Dolphins colors.
Loofah. These are loofah colors.
The Dolphins
motherfucker.
are the loofah of
I
the
got
fucking league,
purple.
bro.
I like
National
purple.
football loofah is the Dolphins, bro. Like that's it.
Go Fins.
Buccaneers QB Baker Mayfield files nearly a $12 million lawsuit against his father's company. The suit alleges that from 2018 to 2021, Camwood Capital Management Group transferred more than $12 million without his authorization.
Wow.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield filed a federal lawsuit, just repeats it, blah, blah, blah. A 29-year-old NFL star filed the civil lawsuit Friday in U.S. Federal District Court, Western District, for $11.7 million.
Wow.
The suit alleges that from 2018 to 2021, Camwood Capital Management Group transferred more than $12 million from Mayfield's and his wife without his authorization, proper documentation, or adequate accounting of the transaction to the subsidiary called Texas Contract Management or Manufacturing Group.
Wow.
Laura was so ready to correct me.
I was.
Her mouth was.
So wait a minute, that had to be while he was like a member of the Cleveland Browns, right? Like that was pre-Tampa.
I'm
Said
guessing
from 18
so.
to 21, so I don't know where he was.
That's the age that you like, right?
Well, no.
18 to 21 is legal, bro.
Joe,
Exactly.
Hey, Joe, you're not going to trap me because guess what? That's legal. So
I know it's legal.
whatever.
To
hey,
quote Cousin Mike, if there's grass on the
Just
field,
'cause he's not in
No, Laura, that doesn't count because the grass grows way earlier than
I
our
was
legal
just trying
limit.
to make
So
a
we're not
football
going to.
joke to the 18 to 21.
Camwood allegedly used the money however they desired, the suit says, including the final acquisitions or to cover general operating expenses.
Wow.
For the period of time the plaintiffs' funds were being funneled to defendants, plaintiffs were the primary source of funding and capitalization for defendants. In exchange, plaintiffs received nothing.
That sucks.
So this goes on. It's a long fucking bullshit.
No, whatever, that
man.
sounds like a pretty classic case. It's like the Macaulay Culkin, or it's like the Britney Spears thing, right? Where it's like the parents own the child, quote unquote, and then they take the money that's earned by the child and then they use it for their own whatever. That sounds like I don't know anything about this.
It didn't happen to you? Your talents?
No, I have no talent.
See, that's
so
why we don't have
what
a
talent
talent.
would
you
be
play, and I can agree with that. Nah,
Good man.
You're pretty
picking up on it.
fantastic, Will.
Hey, Jay, I love you as well, man. Like, there's
All right.
any beef
When
that is
I'm
perceived.
coming-
This is all about putting on a good show. We're making great content here right now. That's all it is. But seriously, this sounds like Baker trusted his dad, and then his dad eventually, like, maybe married a woman, and that woman was maybe like, "Hey."
I mean, it's a whole company. It might even not even have anything to do with his dad, but just the company that
it could have been someone in the
signed on
company, right? So yeah, that's unfortunate because, and you hear this a lot with not only just athletes, but like, and not even their families. Tim Duncan, y'all remember Tim Duncan, right? Like,
Basketball
that guy.
He was, that guy. He sued his financial advisor of like 20 years because he ripped him off for millions. This happens in sports. So sucks. I hope it's not affecting his season, but the Bucks are 7-6 right now. They have a positive record.
They have a chance.
That doesn't sound very good though.
Dude,
for what
they
we're doing,
made
it's good.
the playoffs last year with a 9-8 final
Which is
record,
kinda like
and they went pretty far.
barely there.
It's
Well,
barely there, but guess what? Not every year do you have Tom Brady.
know.
Okay, so if you're still making it and you're still competing, and you don't have Tom Brady, that's still pretty good, man.
All they got to do is beat the Chargers.
And I'm not
next
even a
week.
Bucks fan. I'm a
Right?
Dolphins fan,
They're
and I
good.
still love y'all,
They're
motherfuckers.
they're barely making it.
All right.
They're barely making it.
Jay,
More than the Dolphins.
Just because that division is fucking awful.
It is
I
pretty.
mean,
It's like the Falcons,
Okay.
but they lost to the Falcons twice in very decisive games, and they're still ahead of the Falcons,
They
who beat them
There's
twice.
Actually, they were really close in a lot of games.
They were
here. This whole season.
They almost beat the Chiefs. And by the way, here's a fun stat for you sports fans, if you're still with us. If you take,
I don't think we have any sports fans listening, but
Well,
go ahead.
here-
Kyle, actually, if you want to talk about soccer,
if you want to talk, here's an interesting fact that everyone can get along with. Some games in the NFL are decided by one score, right? Okay, we can all agree if you score a field goal, that's one score and that decides the game. If you reversed the score of all the one score games in the NFL, the Chiefs right now are like 11-1, I think. If you reversed all their games that were decided by one score, they would be 2-11. That means all of the wins they have
Or barely wins.
barely wins.
Literally.
Yeah,
they
but-
barely won.
Well, and
But,
also,
all of their games.
Michael Phelps won 23 gold medals, and like 18 of them were with less than a half of a second.
That's what I'm
margin.
saying.
If the guy only goes in like for like 2 or 3 seconds,
Again.
is that barely a win?
So-
It
he
is a
should
win,
be
though.
in
For
on the
the
1,000.
1,000 of the
He should fuck
1,000
the
But a win's
girl
a-
with
a win
the
is a win.
1,000.
So all the dudes
You know?
all the dudes that fucked that one chick, did they have sex with her, or did they just like, hey, nice to meet you, and I'm out?
No, they're
One shot.
The Chiefs,
right.
the Chiefs are not.
I mean, they didn't pick her up
who
at
they
a
seem
bar
to
and go
be.
through like
They're
buying
not
her drinks
gonna
or
win it.
anything.
They're not going to win.
They're
it.
not going to win the Super
Here's
Bowl
my
this
pick:
year.
the
No.
Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are going to win it all.
Keller
this
already
year.
screamed
thought
in
so, but
the,
they
The
just
Bills
got
now,
beat.
not the Bills from the 90s.
What did Keller say?
Right?
Keller screamed in the comments a while ago. I think even before we were talking about sports, he said, "Go Bills."
Yeah, Keller.
I
already
actually
knows.
would like to see.
Guess what?
Buffalo has had a rough go of it for a long time.
But here's another fun stat: the Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen has more. By the way, he's the quarterback. He has more rushing touchdowns. That means he ran the ball into the end zone. He has more rushing touchdowns than O.J. Simpson had in his whole career. Josh Allen has 62 rushing touchdowns in his career. O.J. Simpson
Yeah,
had
what
61.
was it like a week or two ago? He like passed it and then they flipped it to him and then he rushed it in. So he got credit. He got credit for a passing touch, a passing touchdown.
But it was a reverse. He was still the one that ran in. He has more rushing touchdowns than O.J. Simpson.
That's wild.
Think about that.
Choking again.
Yeah.
Well, I can't.
And that concludes your sports segment, I suppose.
Thank you.
I'd love to see Buffalo win it. They're so long overdue.
Yeah, they went
an
to
actual Super Bowl.
Didn't
win.
they go to like 4 Super Bowls straight and lose all
Brutal.
4? Yeah.
Brutal.
So, but here's my conflict now as a Dolphins fan. The Buffalo Bills are in the same division as the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I can't root for them, even though I know they're going to win. I can't root for it. I want the Dolphins to somehow pull it off.
He's coming to you to look for help.
Well, let him out.
But, that's what it is.
No, he's coming to you.
Yeah, he wants to go out.
Laura shall take care of it, and then as a result of that, we shall lose control of our cameras, which is why I'm still on camera. Hey, what's up, y'all?
Six.
There we go.
Six.
Drew's back.
Woo, 6. Well, that's really zoomed.
Yeah.
What the hell
You want
happened
that
here?
one? Laura doesn't like the zoom, so I'll do this.
Whoa. Damn.
Oh, look at that double cam
What a
action.
handsome
He's
devil
gonna
that
break
guy
the
is.
switcher before Laura gets back, and he's in trouble.
Don't spill the beer.
Should have
Just
trimmed
don't
my
spill the
nose
beer.
hairs for this show.
Don't
No
spill the
idea.
beers.
Well, you don't like that?
Oh.
Give me some action, Jay.
Whoa, what a handsome
Yeah,
guy.
look at that.
Nice tie-dye. Wow.
All right, so Jay, we're going to talk real quick. You mentioned something
I did.
earlier that I want to talk about so we can get some local reaction from the Waimama and Riverview residents.
Nope.
You said the 2040 plan for Waimama is to have skyscrapers. Let's go into detail.
I don't have any detail. Everything I said about it, you just said. It was a 2040 master plan of Hillsborough County. So if somebody could go and look into that and see if it's true.
That's all you got? Where'd you hear the rumor at? Were you at a meeting? Were you at a bar? Like, did you read it somewhere?
Channel 638, the Hillsborough County.
It was my brother.
Okay.
Your brother's probably the one trying to build them.
He's spreading it now. He doesn't. No, trust me. He lives out in Waimama. He doesn't want skyscrapers.
Maybe
he doesn't even want houses out there.
What if
he wants it
what
to
if he
be
bought
just
into a
woods.
skyscraper?
He's not that smart.
He's not an investor?
He could have bought every piece of property around his place there. And he didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think part of it was something absurd, like the South Shore in the total South Shore is supposed to grow by 700 and something thousand people by 2040.
And the solution to that is skyscrapers?
Yeah.
Was it like a business district or for residents?
I have
like
no
apartments?
idea. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm assuming all of it.
Joe?
I don't know. I'm looking at the Hillsborough County Comprehensive Plan.
Okay.
No, it's online. Sorry.
Yeah, it's called the Comprehensive Plan.
I should have looked for the facts.
Not the master plan, the Comprehensive Plan.
Comprehensive plan. Okay. That's all right.
It's like looking ahead and seeing if the Buderbang is worth doing.
Future land use.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
You want help?
Please. Thank you.
I got you, Will.
Will. How's Simon? Did you go out and check? Wait. Yeah.
2045 countywide growth strategies.
Mm-hmm.
Urban expansion areas.
Uh-huh.
I got it. It's a 94-page document. So,
Oh, wow.
You have to.
Can
gotta spend your
Let's
time.
read it all tonight. Let's read all 94
We have time for
pages
that,
right now.
don't we?
No,
Rural areas.
I'll just make
unincorporated rural areas.
AI look into it for me. Hold on.
Drew, I have an interruption segment. I've never sampled.
Sip it down
this
because that's
beer.
going to come on you.
It's
I
foaming.
need the sound though. Ready?
Nope, I am not ready.
Well, that's why I let you know. Ready?
No, I am not ready.
This thing is about to come, bro. So, let's go.
No, hang on. You got to give me a minute.
It's busting, dude. Look at this pre-cum on top of this knob here.
Okay. Hold on. Go. Good job. Good job. You've never had that beer before?
It reminds me of Heineken,
It's
which
like
is
a hangover.
fitting because it's like a green bottle, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
There we go.
Whew. Oh man, I gotta pee.
How long have we been going, and are we going too long?
2.5.
We are too long.
Almost 3 hours.
We're almost 3. We're 2:48.
All right, so we have another 12 minutes. That's fine.
Okay. Well, I gotta pee.
Go pee and leave it on Joe. Leave it on Joe. Because I have a few questions for Joe, and
I want to leave it on you.
No. Put it on Joe, dude.
Put it on Joe. Okay.
I have a few questions for Joe that I think he'll
I'm
enjoy.
reading the comprehensive plan, but go ahead. Sure.
All right, Joe.
Oh shit! What did he break?
Shit.
It's okay.
He made
What
it.
did he
It's
break
okay.
this time?
He made it. It's okay.
Oh shit!
Joe,
You're in
describe
trouble for
what
that.
describe what you're seeing.
I'm I can get you on the naughty list.
Can we switch cameras?
That's not what you're seeing. No, we
What?
can't. We can't. All right, Joe, you are now on camera for
Okay.
the audio audience. Thank you for sticking with us so long. Joe, you are known as an avid woodworker
Yes.
of sorts.
What
I
kind of
am
wood do you work with?
Anything I can get my hands on. I do sometimes buy wood from Home Depot or Lowe's, but you just get the generic common board, whiteboard, which is just plain old white pine.
Do you ever use naturally sourced wood like out of your own backyard?
No.
Really?
Yes.
You've never used your own wood?
No.
Okay.
There's a reason for that.
I believe it.
Yes. But I also do use a lot of pallet wood. I use wood basically anywhere I can get my hands on it. So a busted up dresser.
But when you say pallet, doesn't that mean your mouth?
No. So pallets that I get from either gardening people around, like people that are installing roofs. Sometimes I get the pallets that they use here. The pallets that Drew and Laura used when they got their patio installed. I got the pallets from that. I used those pallets actually to make Jason's desk that I made for Jason.
Right, I remember that.
I've made.
Did you use the walls? I think I'm muted. I don't know.
No, you're not muted.
You're on.
When this wall came down in between the two,
Yes.
did you take
the beams that were
the frame,
the 2x4 framing beams? I've used those for some projects as well.
My next question was going to be,
Sure.
what is your latest project in terms of woodworking that you're working on? If you can reveal it.
Sure. I finished the Christmas ornaments.
It's a big
Because
secret.
I do Christmas ornaments every year. So I did finish those, and I finished painting those. My wife did the decorations on them.
If you wore the cloak, you could find out.
In the fridge.
The ants ate them.
Bottom
the
shelf
ones
in the
that we
fridge.
kept are in the fridge.
Bottom shelf in the fridge.
Keep it away
from the ants. So
Since
before,
we have ants, I couldn't leave it on the table.
before we get too far,
Sorry, guys.
the first question you asked is, do I use wood of my own? And the reason being is no. In my house here, I have palm trees, which you really can't use the wood inside of a palm tree. It's very fibrous,
Right.
and it's just not wood.
So there's
woodable
no like
used.
large
Yeah.
oak or mahogany
No.
trees growing
No,
out there. Okay.
Even if I had a piece of wood, the problem with fresh wood
You have 4.
is
Thank you.
the problem with fresh wood is that it's wet, and you have to let it sit and aerate for probably 6 months to a year before you can
How about you
actually
get out
use
of the
it.
camera
Really?
view?
It's got to be a lot of
It's
the
gotta
wood
be
that
dry.
you get is kiln dried, especially like hardwoods that you're using. Don't drop it because there's chocolate. You don't want
you don't want the dog to get that.
so
you
you
just
can't.
you let that wood be. You just
Yeah,
let it grow.
Yeah, if
and
you're
you don't touch
using
it.
any kind of fresh
Okay.
wood, you have to let it sit and acclimate to the humidity of the environment. You have to let it dry out.
Right.
They call it greenwood. Is really like if you cut down a tree, you can't use that right away.
Right.
And so even
Save
wood that
the
you get
shell.
from Home Depot has to be kiln dried,
Right.
or it has to like sit for a long time to dry out all the moisture from inside the tree.
So as a woodworking expert,
I wouldn't say expert, but
well,
I know enough. Yeah.
you in terms of all the people I've met in my 32 years on this earth, you are someone who works with wood more than anyone I've ever met. So
Yep.
there is a debate. I've seen it on the internet where it's kind of a meme, but it's also like this image that's just been reshared and reshared and reshared. It says you don't want wood that's been put into houses recently, and it shows a picture of wood supposedly from like 1918, and then it shows a piece of a wood from like 2020,
Okay.
and they're like 2x4s cut from each like year, right? And you can see the rings of the tree in the wood cut from 1918. The rings are much closer together, much more densely packed, and the rings of the wood from like this year are more separated. Like they're much more loosely packed. Is there any reality to that post? Like, is wood from back in the day more densely packed and better to use, or is wood as a quality been pretty much consistent throughout the century?
I haven't done a study on this.
The wood from Home Depot that Joe steals is very high quality.
But you can see what I'm saying, right?
There is differences between the wood that they used to use 100 years ago and what we have today. When they mass produce like framing lumber, which you're talking about 2x4s is framing lumber,
right?
They don't always go for the best quality wood. Whereas wood 100 years ago was more individually sourced.
They would go chop trees down instead of doing particle wood.
We have a house up in New York that, up until 12 years ago we were still sleeping in when we went upstate, and the house was starting to sag and fall apart and all that. It had tree log beams, and that house was built in 1864.
Well,
so I mean that wood's lasted 150 years.
So it was obviously quality,
Yeah.
but in this thing that I'm mentioning, what was represented as the difference in quality was the difference between the rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if there was a greater distance between each ring,
does that mean like that they made the tree grow too fast with like
that's what they were
fertilizer
trying
or
to
something
say? Like the ring, it was grown to be cut down, as opposed to trees that were just cut down.
It's
naturally.
I mean, there's probably something to that, but I would not be educated enough to give an honest opinion on that.
All right.
I will say this.
But I have used wood with dense rings and with not so dense rings, and there is a difference in the cutting quality and the difference in like the staining quality.
So what would you say is superior in terms of, if you're trying to build something structurally sound?
Concrete.
Would you? Well, if you're using wood, you would prefer the rings to be more densely packed, right?
It is actually harder to cut through. I have experienced that. But again, I'm not making fine furniture.
Right.
I make a cross or a reindeer, a little figurines.
You're making
and stuff
decorations.
Like that. Yeah. And I want it to be cut easily. Whereas I cut something dense like that and it just doesn't work out.
It's time for Buderbangs!
I thought we already did this. All right.
He's
cheers,
just trying to get away
cheers.
from
cheers,
from
guys.
my wood conversation.
Cheers, cheers.
But I am working on some interesting projects though.
I'm going to bang some wood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Laura's going to not bang wood.
I did finish the Christmas ornaments. We did have some water damage from one of the tropical storms this year, so I just finished rebuilding the cabinets myself. They wanted $1,900 for 2 small cabinets. I just for $100 I built them myself, and then I had a neighbor help me put the granite back on top. So that's all done and back in order in my house.
Nice.
Can we go back to Laura being angry?
I'm working on a set of custom handmade dominoes.
Did Simon survive? Where'd Simon go?
Simon's right down here.
He's fine.
What are you using for the inlays?
I'm gonna burn them with a burner.
So it'll be wood,
The
but
burner
like burnt.
foam.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this wood I got from just scrap wood that I had in the corner, and I don't even know what kind of wood it is, but it's really good. And I covered it in boiled linseed oil.
I'm very much a fan of the woodworking, but we're being told by the in-studio audience that this is not.
It's not a drinking with Drew conversation that we're going to continue.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Hey, we want to stab ourselves.
What I want to say is thank you, Joe, for his
fucking.
fucking expertise, because this is expertise that you won't get anywhere else but the Drinking with Drew show. So, hey, cheers.
Shut up, Will.
Shut up, Will.
Did the conversation start over the table? In the corner?
They didn't
This
even
is
talk
what
about-
happened because
they
the
didn't
two of
even
you
talk
I
about
didn't
your
get that
table.
far yet.
Will,
I was
talk about
I was going to mention
Will,
that one
see
next.
that table right there?
Right there.
That wooden table?
To your left.
To that one there?
Yeah, Joe made that. I know that.
Joe made that,
I know
yeah.
that because
That's awesome.
And I'm sad that we can't get a camera on it because it's a fucking beautiful table.
Well, we can move the table to the camera.
No, we can't.
Yeah, we've put
We
it
could.
We don't. We don't have to though. We don't have
All
to.
right,
I
we're
think
going
we
to end
should.
it. We're at 3 hours, y'all. So
3 fucking hours.
3 hours. Yeah. So
Oh.
thank you for tuning in. It's been the Drinking with Drew show and working with Drew's wood, apparently, of some sort. Joe's, what's your website, Joe?
I was working with Laura's wood.
Whoa,
she doesn't have any
That's
wood.
weird.
Whoa.
Because that table was actually made out of the bed slats from Laura's old bed.
Oh,
That's true.
A lot
She's
of
got some-
energy
So,
there. Huh?
I made a table for her out
How
of
many
her own bed.
dudes?
Quite a few, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Some firefighters, I think she talked about.
Really? They laid out some hose.
They laid her out. She's
Whoa.
Ghost dance.
yeah, so who's in for next week? Jay's out of town. Joe's out of
I'm
town.
out of town for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I'm running the risk of being a quote unquote regular here, so
Yeah,
I might take next week off. I don't know, but I might be here.
You could sit in my chair.
There's a private event going around.
Yeah, I've heard
Keller's
about
birthday's
it.
tomorrow.
Oh,
He just
Keller's
threw that in the
birthday's
comments.
tomorrow?
Keller's birthday's tomorrow. Oh, we share a very close birthday.
So Lisa's birthday was last week. Keller's birthday is tomorrow. Will's birthday is what, this
Thursday.
week? Thursday.
So it's on, Thursday. Okay.
And thank you all for.
So what does that
accepting the
mean? Did
invite.
their parents all bang on like Valentine's Day or something?
12 minus 9 is March.
March,
so it was
yeah.
like, they were
After
still
that,
in the
the
Valentine's
next
phase.
month. Yeah.
They were still in that phase,
Yeah.
and then I guess that's when it
Cinco
happened.
de Mayo.
Oh
No,
that's
it's
May.
not May.
No, St. Patty's Day. St. Patty's Day. They're getting,
St. Patty's Day. Yeah,
they
that
were
makes
all getting
sense.
drunk, and then
That's true.
Getting lucky.
It's definitely
Shit just
St.
happened.
Patty's
Hey,
Day.
if you fuck while you're drunk, do you have a higher risk rate of having a child born with mental issues?
well,
you
I have
guys
mental
tell us
issues,
after
so yes.
tonight.
I have many mental issues, so yes, that's
Could be.
a fact.
Okay. Just curious. I mean, my parents were definitely drunk in a bowling alley parking lot when I was conceived, so that answers a lot of questions.
Yeah, you have that look.
I do.
My parents were in Woodstock.
Are we gonna do like one of those guitar type things after this show or no?
Well, it would be during this show.
No, you usually do like the post show thing. Are we doing the post show thing?
Well, but the post show thing is still a show thing because it's always
We don't need
live.
to. I was asking if we are, because we don't need to, but we can if you want to.
You'll piss Laura off if we do.
Put your wiener
all right,
in
then
his
let's
mouth.
not. Let's
Put your
not.
wiener in his
Let's
mouth.
not do it.
I mean, I'm always down to.
I forgot to bring my guitar, so let's just not. I'll bring my guitar next time I'm on. That's a promise. You can count on it. Vote for me. Vote for me in the next election.
All right, y'all. It's the Drink with Drew show. My name is Drew, and I'm drunk.
Thank you all very much. Thank you to Drew. Thank you to Laura, the real heroes of the night.
Laura's awesome.
All
Thanks for
right,
those
everybody.
things.
This has been another episode of the Drinking with Drew show. Check us out every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Spread the word. Spread the love. Check us out on all of our socials. Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and Humble Social. Big thank you to our sponsor, InLawWeTrust.com. We'll see you next week.